What up, what up, what up, everybody? How we doing? How we doing? Check into the stream. Are they out in Oregon? They were. How we doing? Is it Operator Starsky's birthday? I believe it could be. Check into the stream, guys. How we doing on this Thursday? We got stuff to cover from Chudland. Chudland is back. And I was going to talk about it. I was on vacation, but now I'm back, so we can talk about it. And some of the shit that's going on over there in the Pacific Northwest, as one of our own from Minnesota decided to go and venture out there. They call him Pineapple now. He's got a nickname. It's like a little MAGA, little pet name for Zachary Stumpf. Zachary Allen Stumpf from St. Cloud, Minnesota, who's a domestic terrorist in the home state of Minnesota. And he has made his way to Portland. He's made his way over there. So we're going to go through some of that. And he was actually on an interview, and I didn't see that. You know what I mean? Like, I cover what's happening with the federal government. And when there's a major, major protest, like a big one, where people are like potentially going to get hurt, these chuds don't go near them anymore, right? The only ones that will are like Cam Higbee and like a couple of the other ones that like latched on in Portland. Like a couple will. But the majority will go nowhere near the actual real danger anymore. Okay, they go and troll elderly, the kids, and then sympathy grift all over the internet. Like, what happened to the MAGA chuds? Right? They had the Patriot Corner in 2025, and then shit's gone downhill since then. It's embarrassing, kind of. I mean, like, it already was, obviously. But then to see how far it's really fallen, I mean, it looks like Tommy did a round with Trump in his bed. If you guys are new to the channel, if you don't know me, I unfortunately saw Tommy when he became the heavyweight champion of the Chudville when I'm in Portland, because Donald Trump was like, hey, yo, Portland's like World War II out there. Bombs are dropping. And I'm like, oh, shit. So I went over there, and obviously none of that was true. But that was the first time, TKO, Tommy, Chud Boy knocked out a dude who wasn't even looking at him, and like was literally like, okay, no more fight. And then Tommy like hit him anyway. So that he became like an instant legend or whatever. So I've been aware of this little group since then, right? Because we were out there covering the story, and then this little sideshow started in Portland last year. You know what I mean? So, but none of them came to Minnesota. They saw what happened to Jake Lang, and they were like, oh, nah. Whoa, boy, hold on now. Yeah, we're not going to do that. So they came nowhere near the Twin Cities. And if they do, it'll be to the smallest possible thing. You know what I mean? Not to knock on anybody's efforts out here, but they'll go to something that is guaranteed to have 5 people max. Okay, that's it. Right? So Merc would never say that to Tommy's face. I absolutely would. I was out there fucking right next to him. What do you mean? Anyone that's ever had a problem with me, they can come up to me. I will tell them right to their face on stream with more viewers too. That's what's extra funny is I'll do it with more people watching. More eyeballs. You know what I mean? So yes, I will. Yes, I will. But he's too cowardly to come here. I go to Portland. I've been to Portland, I don't know, man, probably like teens of times since 2020. I didn't know there was no fucking Tommy or this little Chud group in Portland in 2020 when the actual Black Bloc were like deep, thousands deep in there. Yeah, they were nowhere near it. They're probably at home fucking scared. Oh my God, Antifa took over my city. I was out there in 2020 bleeding on the streets and shit. And getting like the tear gas in the park in Portland was wild. It was just like you just had to accept the fact that there was just tear gas in the air at all times, like just existing. You know what I mean? And that's before the federal agents were doing what they were doing in 2020, similar to how we're seeing them with ICE agents now. That's kind of like 2020 out there in Portland was the preview when those federal agents would roll up in those caravans from Rent-A-Car. It was like a meme at the time, but they'd roll up and just start grabbing people. Okay, I was out there then. Or like when the Portland police were like hanging on to the vans and shit, like it's Tijuana, and we're in like Mexico or something, and then they're just like rolling through Portland crazy. It was crazy times. None of these idiots were out there, and the ones that were, like, what was his name? There was like one big one, one famous one, and now he like lives with his mom. Whatever, Gibson, what was his, Joey Gibson or whatever. And all the right wing chuds from 2020 either are not on Earth anymore, or like fucking got arrested on January 6th and they're like getting rearrested and are like having a whole sideshow going on there, or have quit. Okay, none of the ones back then are they're podcast hosts now. Okay, they're done. It's done. So now you got this whole new generation of right wing chud. Whole new generation of them. It's like a new addition. But Tommy here seems to really, really enjoy the grifting, and he really, really enjoys the money that he's getting out of this. And that's honestly why, I mean, I don't like, obviously, you guys know, what's his name? Who's this loser? Speak my mind. Matt Tardio. So he was the one that got this whole Portland chud corner together. This loser. Yeah. Oh, wow, dude. He's gained some weight. Oh, boy. You know what I mean? Jesus. Relax, dude. Relax, buddy. Holy fuck. Golly. So, anyways, he started this whole thing in Portland, Oregon. And he even, like, he did some really bad stuff. I don't know if I can talk about it, because I don't know if the individual wants to pursue something further, but that's why he really didn't show up no more, because he did some really bad stuff. But beyond that, he had issues with Tommy's fundraising for his car the first time. And then he fell off because Tommy was being fucky with the fundraising. All right. So he, like, beyond having his own personal problems in Portland, that again, you know, I'm not going to explore further because I don't know if the person wants to continue. I hope they do. But beyond that, you know, he fell off of supporting Tommy right away because he was grifting, and it was so obvious. Joey Ho, still guys are still active. His girlfriend, Right Side Rebel. I thought Right Side Rebel was dating Enrique Tarrio now. I can't keep up. I can't keep up with it. It's sad. She jumped from Nick Sorter to Nick Shirley to fucking Enrique Tarrio. Now she's dating Joey Gibson. Just can't. It's just like a round table. So I posted on Instagram about it. This was his video. And obviously I added some music for entertainment value, because that's what this is. It's all sideshow. Sideshow Bobs. But it looks like Tommy did a round with Trump, and then he made a video. But, like, pay attention to, like, I know it's going to be hard because it's going to be funny to watch, but ignore that and look at the window. All right, look at the window. There's no glass anywhere. Like, someone was clearly laying down on the pillow because there's like an outline of the head still there, and the screen is still on. So how did the person, like, through osmosis and arm teleportation, did they, like, stick their arm through and not break the screen, and, like, or, like, how did that go? How did that work? You know what I mean? Like, they stuck their little arm through that little gap, because we'll get there, and then they were able to, like, fucking send it. And it's like, how'd they get it down here? How'd they get it on the rug? That's kind of a weird angle, right? The spray angle doesn't really make a whole lot of sense.
Look at what they did. Look at what they did. Look. They broke our fucking window and bear maced our bedroom. Bear maced my wife at 3 o'clock in the fucking morning. They threw a brick through our bedroom window.
Screen still out. Screen still intact. How does that work? The screen's still there. So, and then where's the glass? Where's they got glass here for sure. That looks like a piece of glass. Someone cut their arm on it, or there's a finger on it or something. They threw a brick. Where's the brick too, by the way? If they threw a brick, there'd be glass everywhere. Where's the brick? They threw a brick through our window. Where is it? You guys see it? That's a TV remote, I think. Ooh, I don't know what that is. Kind of sus. Looks a little sus there. Crazy.
At 3 o'clock in the fucking morning, they threw a brick through our bedroom window and soaked us with mace.
And soaked us with mace.
This is Antifa. This is what Antifa does. This is what Antifa does when you don't agree with them.
You don't agree with them.
They come to your house. They come to your house. They come to your house and destroy your shit. Do what they.
The blinds cut perfectly. Antifa, dude. So there's that. So that's like what sparked this whole next round of, and like you got MAGA turning against him and shit now. I saw a comment that was like, my wife and I donated $500 to Tommy. And I'm like, yo, I never want to hear how, like, honestly, the grift is right wing. You guys want to cook, you go right wing. And like, you'll just get a whole bunch of sympathy money. And as long as like you're owning the libs or something, then you'll get money. That's what you do. Okay. The grift is not like telling the truth and reporting honesty. It's not. This is because his grift. How much does Give Sev go at? He made a fundraiser. He's got, how much he got? He's got like 8,000. He's at like $8 grand. Damn, why'd he block me? Come on, dude. No, don't block me. We'll get through this together. Yeah, he's gonna have a wake and bake over it. Everyone that's donated everything. Where's this Give Send go? Where's the link? And this shit's hit over 8 bands. Shit's wild, wicked. Our home was attacked by Antifa. Here it is. Holy shit, almost 10 grand. By Kelly Steffi. Wow. For helping this patriot standing together. We're just standing together, guys. Not even like, there's no end goal here. It's just to keep Tommy chudding. That's it. Ain't nothing there. There's just to keep the chuds doing chud stuff. That's it. $8,000, $9,000 almost. Crazy. See what I mean? So again, I never want to hear about any other grift other than being in the right wing, because that's where it is. Everyone, you'll get billionaire support laundered through Israel and shit. Okay, promise you will. Have anyone ever tried grifting them and like actually like selling them shirts and shit? You make fucking bands. You ever want to like make a side hustle, make a bunch of fucking MAGA merch? I'm telling you, you'll be able to pay your bills. They'll buy anything. They'll do anything with Trump's name on it. They'll do anything. Anything. Including sending this fucking clown nearly $10,000. Oh, God. We need more real Americans from Jonathan Olden. $15. Carry on. God bless. This is the God's $50. Keep making a difference wherever you go. If you can change just a couple to start with, loving this great country is a win. This whole thing is like standing chain smoking cigs and yelling that trans women are men, and that's it. That's his whole thing. That's it. That's truly it. And like, he doesn't really even go to the big events anymore because it's not, they had like a big protest a couple weeks ago, I believe, out there. He tagged a bunch of chuds, Andy Justice, Andy No, all of them. Cam, help. Cam. Do you think Cam said something? Cam's busy doing Israel stuff, guys. MAGA, Cam is busy. Okay? He's got Israel to support, and he doesn't have time for your sideshow shit, okay? Okay? Israel needs their strongest right now, and Cam is locked in. Charlie Kirk shit. Nope, he doesn't care. Sorry, nope, Tommy, he doesn't give a fuck about you no more. That was just a temporary thing. Okay? Nick, help. Think Nick Sorter cared? Probably. Yeah, I give it to Nick. Nick will help the little chudlets out. He'll help the chudlets out. He'll give them a tweet or something, right? He had to have. He tweets goddamn much. It's hard to keep up. Wow, epic and base, Donald Trump. Hell yeah, it's like every post. Yep. Graham Plattner. I don't think Nick Sorter helped. Maybe he did. Can't. Let me see. Antifa can do this because they have local political control. Oh, shit. In case you ask why the Patriot Front cover their faces, I thought Patriot Front was Antifa. Is Patriot Front Antifa? Are they FBI? Are they right-wing extremists? Find out. Why does Patriot Front wear masks? Because I thought they were Antifa hiding their face, according to right-wing media. Appealing? Okay, I guess you can appeal to Patriot Front now. No longer a Fed op. Antifa is a decentralized communist organization engaging in street-level targeted political violence. That's the truth. You get gold bar support here. That's how he's got the 10 grand. Told you. You get billionaires funneling money down to you. That's where the trickle down economics is. You got to go right wing. You got to troll everyone that stands for something. Anybody that has like an issue, doesn't matter what it is, you go out there and stand against it and like simp for the system or something. Boy, you're gonna have billionaires slush fund money. They have money they need to launder down anyways. They got crime money that they gotta bless their pawns with. This is not some sick joke for some money. Anyone saying that should be ashamed. This is very real. This is the terrorists. They target my dear family. Okay, speaking of Zach X, he's the only one that we have in Minnesota, guys. Okay, I've already had him on. I still haven't posted the video yet. I'm low-key waiting for his campaign to drop, and then I'm gonna because I interviewed him, and I just like dominated him for like, I was like 2 hours straight. It was wild. So I'm waiting for him to like start his political campaign, and then we can have some fun. But he was supposed to be on. He was supposed to be on Newsmax. He posted out that he was going to be a guest on Newsmax, and turns out he didn't make it. Okay, there it is. There's an email from Moshe Marlace. His biggest moment for showing up on Newsmax. It never happened. You know what I mean? Like, that was it. Newsmax was going to give you a leg up. Now you got to stay in the trenches. Now you got to keep working and hoping for random bot account grift. Damn, because you know damn sure like Fox News ain't gonna interview him. But Newsmax won't take him, and that's like the Temu Fox News. So they're not gonna. I don't think they're gonna have him on there now. So it's acting like that. Shouldn't you be playing video games? Hiding in your room, afraid of going in public to be a journalist until you need another story for a money grab? Newsmax already shared my story. No one gives a shit about any of your work besides libtards who have no brain cells or common sense. I will continue to make news, or like make the news, or like be news that people read about. Right? That's like really it. And then yeah, like I got scammed with the Steve-O interview, but I mean I've got plenty of regular real news interviews, so it's like fine. Like I can afford that L. I don't think you can really afford L's like this. I mean, and like again, Steve-O podcast versus a mainstream news interview, which would have helped your grift. Steve-O, if that was real or not, it wouldn't have been one way or another. Like fans of Steve-O, like, oh, Mercado was on there, and then we would have all gone about our day. Going on like a news station, like if I were, for example, like if MSNBC or something were like, Mercado, we're gonna have you on for an interview, that would help with Mercado Media, because that's a bunch of news people that watch news, and then they'll support me for my news. So not having Steve-O there isn't really like a true L. You know what I mean? Because I wouldn't really gain much from that either. Anyway, so it'd be like a fun conversation, be cool, but wouldn't have made much of a difference for me and what I do with my content. You know, I got to earn it on the streets. Even when I do these streams at home, it's more like just kind of hanging out with my community. I really will only grow, and most people will tune in when I'm out there in person, and like when I'm out there covering what's going on. And that's what upsets these guys, is because they know on the streets, me and others, like Status Quo News, you got Ford Fisher, BG on the scene. You know what I mean? Like, definitely in the moment and the echelon of like how we operate, you got Status Quo, who's like doing interviews, and they're like, and obviously you got John Farina telling the cop, like, no, we're not going to press jail. No, we're not. We're standing right here. But they do hard hitting journalism, like they're all about it. I don't really talk back to anyone, and I'm just kind of like standing there filming most of the time. So when it comes to the differences in like what we do, you got provocateur content, which their whole thing is to go up to protesters, get in their faces, try to get them arrested. And that's not media. It would be like if I went to a MAGA thing and I was like triggering the fuck out of MAGA by just saying, haha, Trump sucks. And then they all want to kill me, right? Because that's how it works. Or they like in 2020, they wanted to infect me with COVID if they had it. Like they were like, literally, I went to a Stop the Steal rally at the governor's mansion in 2020, and like they had QAnon people, and one chick had a fucking scarf on, and I'm walking through it, and I'm doing my thing, same thing I do now, and they were like following me, coughing on me, and like trying to like get me sick and shit, and I wasn't even talking to them, I wasn't saying nothing. So, but it'd be like if I were to go to a MAGA rally and poke and prod them, or like try to aggravate them, and I don't. They get mad just from me existing. That's how this thing works. People wouldn't even know who the hell this loser is if he didn't go to protests and specifically like start fights with people. Okay, that's like what he does. People know about my work because I film things. Okay, I don't go and provoke people. And when it comes to law enforcement, there's been plenty of times where the law enforcement's fucking done me wrong in person. They really try to drive me off the road. In Minneapolis, when we were covering Operation Metro Surge, it was me and like 4 other journalists, and they were shitting themselves, but we had to evasive maneuver, and ICE nearly fucking drove our truck off the road. They tried to drive us clean off the road type shit. I could have got out. Oh, fuck you, ICE. Haha. I didn't knock me off the road or whatever. No, I just keep going because people are watching. They got to see what's happening. They're watching the feed. They're watching the video. So there's a clear difference, right? Because a lot of people will compare and contrast here because I'm not MAGA and I do streams. So therefore I am like Democrat streamer. So I'm just like on the other side of this. And that would mean you lack all intellectual capacity. You like are not a smart person if you were to come away with that. I got tagged in this one. I didn't see this because I miss a lot of this little sideshow shit. I'm just being serious. A lot of people track it. And we do have a section in our Discord server for it now. And I see people are posting in here. But we got Chudville Exposed Discord channel. So to help keep me up with it, or like keep posting in there so I know what the hell's going on. Because again, like this is Sideshow Bob shit to me. You know what I mean? Like it's fun because today the news is fucking slow. I'm just being real. Like we have another round of strikes in Iran. So, but I'm waiting until we get like a comprehensive where I can do a whole stream talking about that. It's really like I'm not going to sit there and just sit there. I like to stay active. So you might have some Iran stuff to talk about tomorrow and definitely this weekend. But when it comes to Sideshow Bob stuff, you guys more than welcome to share it and be a part of that if you would like to. Yeah, Sideshow Slob. This is what my I wish, like I always tell my cousins and my family when they ask about this, and people are like, were you scared when Buddy came to your door? I was like, no, I'm embarrassed that my haters are embarrassing like this. I don't have any actual like scary haters. My haters are like 5'5" and shorter, and like internet trolls that have found ways to exist in person. But they're still like as if they're on the internet, but they're in person now. So no, I have the worst ops, the most embarrassing ops. It's not a fun time, I promise you.
you go, Stump.
I'm not resisting. I've been to that. I've smoked so many cigs standing there in Stillwater before. See, Stillwater is fun because you guys can go bar hopping. And there's like cool bars like back there, and then they got the water a little bit further away. Like I used to hang out back in that area. You just got to go a little further. That's like a renovated hotel you can stay in, but it's pretty overpriced. So I wouldn't recommend staying in there. I wish Zach would get out of the way. I'd show you guys more. So there's the bridge, the old Stillwater Bridge. Before the new bridge was constructed to get over into Wisconsin, and now that's a walking bridge only. I used to drive across that bridge for FedEx, and I was a FedEx driver. And every day I had to drive through Stillwater to drive across that bridge and deliver FedEx packages in Wisconsin. Damn, I should go to Stillwater again. I don't know who Zach got arrested, I guess, out there. But Stillwater's cool. I'm not resisting. I'm not. Another clip that was shared, but I kind of wanted to react to the whole thing because he kind of gets called out, seemingly by his own side. And also, I guess I would like to read something that was sent to Newsmax. And we were given permission to read it, but they want it to be shown on stream, which is fine. But likely the reason why Zach wasn't on Newsmax, so just to kind of like summarize it, they sent that, I saw that you are planning to have Zach X for an interview on Newsmax this evening. In preparation for the interview, I think it would be good if your producers could familiarize themselves with all the trouble Zach got himself into over the past year. It'd be great if there could be some hard questions about the 2 restraining orders by former female coworkers granted against him. Okay, and then this person attached multiple case numbers that Zach has against him, and questions about what is going on with his floundering campaign for St. Cloud. Because again, the reason why Zach gets a little extra attention these days is because he's decided to run for office. Okay, it's no longer just like little chud guy on the street doing chud content. Like he does that.
Look at what they did.
But he's also running for office in St. Cloud, Minnesota. So you got a political campaign. And if we know MAGA, if you just kind of let them go, like they will actually be appointed the Republican nominee. Okay, because the Republicans will take anyone. They'll take anyone at this point. So you got they also go on to say that Zach is currently dealing with the following 3 criminal charges and 3 harassment restraining orders. Okay, and then they detail his case number for 3rd-degree felony assault and add-on felony for wearing a bulletproof vest while committing a felony, each felony punishable up to 5 years in prison. Detailed 5th-degree misdemeanor assault, punishable up to 90 days in prison. Then you got obstructing legal process, disorderly conduct, amplified sound, which are just misdemeanors. You got a harassment restraining order filed by an individual for harassment at City's church over many weeks. Ex parte HRO granted on June 9th, 2026, and it was served on June 14th. Then you got a harassment restraining order for sexual assault. Oops. That one always gets forgotten about. Okay, and that's likely the one that got him off of Newsmax. Ex parte HRO granted on 4/04/2025. HRO confirmed after hearing, including the case number. Okay, Zach likes to pretend like he doesn't know about that one, though. But yes, he has a HRO for sexual assault. Then you got a harassment restraining order for online bullying and doxing of a former coworker at 10 Vorde Ford in St. Cloud. Okay, because he bullied and doxed one of his coworkers where he's from. So he's really, really like an actual like monster of a human being. But because he's like a munchkin, he's like 5'3", and like you can like any like a strong kick would like send him far. Like I saw a video of Pam from Portland, and like she was giving him a hard time. You know what I mean? Not to knock Pam, but like you know what I mean. Like he goes after the elderly. Okay, he like goes he chooses the elderly, and then women apparently, and that's it. He doesn't choose anybody else. And when it comes to grown men, he likes to giggle and laugh and pretend it's a game. There's non-restraining order cases which can be accessed from anywhere using Minnesota court records online, hyperlink included. Again, this was sent to Newsmax. The restraining order cases, which are listed here, are only accessible using a public access terminal at a courthouse. For your convenience, I have attached PDFs for cases blank and blank. Again, you can, if this person wants to put it out, they can. And these are all their case numbers. They include it all. You cannot search the MCRO using Zach's new legal name since the system issues an error if you enter a last name of fewer than 2 letters. There appears to have been an update to allow searching by a 1-letter last name, but this method only returns cases that are closed when searching away from the courthouse. The easiest way to search is by using the case numbers above, which will return open cases. Again, if this person wants to put this information out for you guys will be able to access all these details. You can search MCRO using Zach's prior legal name, which is Zachary Allen Stumpf. There are some things out there, mostly vehicle related, which is speeding, refusing a breathalyzer. Zach filed a run for St. Cloud City Council Ward 4 in 2026. He will need to participate in a primary and does not automatically advance to the general election. Trial for Zach's 2 assault cases is scheduled for July 27th. It's coming up soon. And they go, let me know if you have any questions. So I wonder what happened. I wonder if Newsmax was like, actually, we better not, especially because you got Graham Plattner in the news, and then for them to platform another a person that has a case open for sexual assault, that would probably be bad politically, because Newsmax and the right wing are all about the political optics of what everything's going on. So likely, because of Graham Plattner, Zach wasn't platformed on Newsmax yesterday. That's it. It's Stumpf, PF. Yep. But here's Zach getting confronted himself from his own side, and this is happening on social media. Oh, I got to put it in the Discord, which I did. Fake protester Zach X gets exposed. Gets exposed on Steel Toe. And again, I think one of these guys likes Zach X, and the other one might be right wing, but exposes him for what he does.
All right, Oz. Your boy is here. Let's go ahead and turn this on. Zach X, hello? Yeah, you're muted. You are muted, son. You've got yourself muted.
Good morning.
There you go. How are you?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Oh,
what's crazy is it wouldn't have mattered if he was sitting or standing. It would look the same.
Not too bad. Oz is a big fan of yours.
That's embarrassing. If you're that's embarrassing. That's the state of the United States, that you can be this and have a big fan base.
Right on. Thank you very much.
He likes watching all your videos where you go and you go be a dick to people. So what? Go ahead.
It's not just going out to be a dick to people.
Kind of
it's more
is.
about exposing what's
It kind of is
going on out there.
You don't, but I've watched. You don't expose anything. You just go and be a dick to people. What have you ever? Okay, let me ask you. What have you exposed?
Damn. He started cooking him, not even a minute in. Didn't even let him sit in. Oh, look at his friend Oz. Look at the guy that likes Zach. Is like, what the fuck, yo? Come on, bro. Could we at least have him on for 60 seconds before you do your thing? I don't even know who these two are. They're from Minnesota. He's wearing a Minnesota thing, so I assume they are from Minnesota. I've never seen this show in my life. I don't know what this is, but look at. Come on. Let my boy have a moment. Come on, meanie. Holy. Gonna dress him down.
What have you ever? Okay, let me ask you. What have you exposed?
Yeah.
I exposed that a lot of these people are not going to talk back to us. They're out there to hold signs, and when somebody wants to give them a voice, they just shut down.
So you're proving that liberals who go and stand out in the cold and protest shit are retarded. I could have saved you the gas money.
That's very true, but people don't believe it. And I'm trying to make some progress, being friends with them, because I think we got to learn from each other. And
you've made progress so obviously this is a right-wing podcast, whatever, but he's like, I'm trying to become friends with them, which is something that he has been trying to do. He's like trying to find friends in the protest against ICE while also trolling them at the same time.
I'm not happy with Trump right now either with the war.
Attaboy. Zach X is winning me back over. Zach X is winning me back over, not liking that piece of shit. Oz is still on the Trump train because he loves Israel, I think.
Well, I'm still on the Trump train, but I'm not happy about the war. I believe that most of us voted for him because we didn't want war, and
that's not what Zach X told me. That's not what he told me in the interview. He was arguing for why the war is good, and he argued that we were at war for 47 years. By the way, you guys can hear that Israel is an issue on all sides. Right? This is a right-wing podcast, clearly, as you just heard in the last minute. And like, dude there is like, can fuck Trump because Israel seems to be a uniting point that I'm seeing across the political spectrum of things.
he kind of pulled a 180 or a 360 on us a little bit here, I think.
Well, it would be a 180. A 360 would be good because that would mean he's back to. So 180 would be halfway around. Well, now you may have voted for him, and I may have voted for him, and Oz may have voted for him, but Miriam Adelson gave him $250 million. So that, I think that, pardon the pun, trumps anything. So one of the videos you made.
There you go. So MAGA themselves will call out Zach.
And here. Oz, you've seen the one where
which, by the way, I think this is important to watch as well, just to do. Because number one, then you can see how their own base will take them down. Okay. Not that you're going to start consuming this podcast. There's no point in doing that. It's just for like, for example, when Russia invaded Ukraine, we were watching Russian state media, like Russian state propaganda right in the fucking vein. Okay, but at no point was I like, okay, guys, this is a good podcast. You guys should tune in every day to Solovev just to get like, no, don't do that. Okay, but it's important to like see the cope, or like at the same time, there were times where we get value out of the state media actually calling out Putin a couple times through nuance and through different ways. But that's how we were able to kind of gauge the vibe of how the propaganda machine was operating within Russia. For example, MAGA has their own propaganda machine. So to see them when they are going against each other is at least an interesting thing to pay attention to. Now that, again, just there's probably going to be, might be racism. There might be bigotry in this. I don't know. There's nothing I can do about that. It's not my podcast. But what's important is how they take fucking dress down Zach, and it's their own side. And then when you got Zach going directly to Portland and becoming best friends with Tommy, it might add to your argument or your case, because there's people that are right wing that are like trying to get to the bottom of Tommy's grift here. It's gonna help you out, maybe.
Beats the living shit out of those guys.
Which one?
You seen the one where he goes down to Whipple? Because I covered
with the megaphone driving with the car.
No, not driving with the car.
Okay.
He's going down to Whipple, and
That's
these guys, he goes out amongst the protesters, and then they start like running around him, and he just starts beating the living fuck out of one of them, and he like uppercuts him and knocks him to the ground. Why did you beat the shit out of that guy?
I can't talk in the case right now. I got court this
morning.
Ooh,
I wonder why you can't.
Oh, really?
That's an ongoing thing.
Oh.
Yeah, so
I've been to jail. It's not. I've been to jail. It's not so bad. You'll be fine.
Well, we have to watch the video later now.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We can make our own assumptions.
Let me ask.
That's what got Zach X on the radar last year, is because he went to a protest, like one of the starting protests in December at the Whipple building, and just started fighting protesters.
Can you play basketball?
No.
Oh shit! Yeah, you're fucked. I was good at basketball, so me and the brothers, we were tight. So I ran the court 2-on-2. I never lost a game in jail. I'm undefeated. I plan to stay undefeated in jailhouse basketball for the rest of my life. I was a 2-on-2 champion. No shit, they called me Larry Bird, and so my new nickname is now Larry Jailbird. So, as someone who's been to jail, if anything, if the whole thing goes wrong, what charges do you have for that? Was it assault?
Yeah, it's assault and yeah, just a fifth degree assault now.
5th degree assault. So like,
Damn.
Apparently if they're gay and liberal, it's not as big of an offense.
Yeah, I guess.
You really can't talk about. I shouldn't make you talk about it either, because I'm gonna make jokes and get you in trouble.
It's okay.
Was it a gay guy that you hit? Do you know?
I don't know.
Okay. Did you know, like, who was filming it?
He is so trolling him. Okay, he's so he is trolling right through him.
Were they filming it, or were you filming it?
It was me and 2 other guys. So one of my guys was with, and yeah, we had no idea things were gonna go down like that.
Could we turn the fucking camera off if we're gonna punch some retard in the head?
What?
Could we turn the camera off when we're gonna punch a retard in the head?
There's cameras all over down there.
I suppose. So now you like this. Let's all going down to these protests and shit. This is like actually cost you. Like you had a job and you lost that, and you had like why? I have to ask again, and this is the question I keep coming back to with you. Why? You're not Larry King. You're not going down there and like changing hearts and minds or anything. It seems like you're busting balls. You're having fun. It's a silly laugh, you know, whatever. But like, it's costing you a lot.
Yeah. Everything. It's cost these chuds everything, which is why they have to grift. It's why they have to grift and beg for more money. That's why. Without it, they're not going to get any more money to do it. But they're not actually doing anything else.
No one else will do it though, man.
Okay, that's my question. Is it something that needs to be done?
It does, because no one else is doing it, and you've seen the impact on just like one person that's consistent and one person that, you know, doesn't just stand down and put on the blinders like everybody else and act like everything's fine. So
what does that mean? And also, Trump and MAGA have full control of the government. They have full control of everything. The president, the Supreme Court, got the Senate and the House of Representatives are all full right wing, which tells you that that's not enough. That's not enough for the right wing, at least those that are like Zach X brained. But I don't even think he knows what the fuck he's doing. It's like others, like the Cam Higbees, because they need to also control the culture, and protests and people going out there are not actually political. It's cultural. It's more cultural, because if you got an injustice taking place, what can you even fucking do besides going out and protesting and holding a sign and trying to raise awareness? And it's become more of a cultural aspect to try to address down the system that we're living in. Okay, so that's why they're still fighting as if they're losing. That's why besides the fact that they have full control of the government, why Trump's president again and everything. That's why they're not satisfied. That's why they're out trolling these protests. That's why they're out going and trying to harass protesters, trying to get them arrested, because they know that they've lost the hearts and minds of the people, actually. So they need to go and attack the fucking hearts and minds of people that actually disagree with the control of the government. They want to frame it as if, well, Antifa doesn't like me because of my opinion. Brother, your opinion is in control. The right wing and MAGA have control. They are running the show right now. They have full-throated control of the entire thing. So it's wild to me that they get to frame themselves as if they're the victim and they're out there fighting some crusade, or as if they're out there fighting some battle that they've already won, because the right wing has full control, which tells me that it really isn't, like, they don't really give a damn about the politics of it. The MAGA does not care about who wins the actual election, like they do when it comes to actual, like, the day of the voting. But besides that, after that, it's fucking, there's liberals that still are out there. And again, anybody that's not MAGA is liberal, right? And including people that are on the left, actually. You're liberals too. And everyone, all right, Antifa are liberals, everyone's liberals. The left is liberals, conservatives are liberals, everyone, right? So you got to go troll the libs, because there's still liberals out there that still are anti-Trump and they don't support his mass deportations, and I got to go and be his strongest warrior, which is what this CHUD podcast clearly is trying to address to Zach, because even they can see it. Because even if you are if you have a functioning brain, an actual functioning brain that can work sometimes, like not all the time, but at least sometimes, there is no way, if you voted for Trump in 2024, that you would be satisfied if you actually pay attention to the economy, to fucking the Middle East, to the cost of living, to the Epstein files, to anything that Trump campaigned on in 2024. You would be like, this guy has failed me on everything that he campaigned on. I know the majority of my channel were smart enough to know that Trump wasn't going to deliver on any of this. So that's why obviously we are the way we are. And there's no fucking way we'd even vote for Donald Trump. But a lot of disenfranchised MAGA, like this guy here in the Minnesota t-shirt, clearly, which he says his thing is Israel, which fair enough, true. Trump campaigned on no new wars. He even had the anti-war left out there a little sold on it. And that's just the truth, because that's what I saw in 2024. He had some of the anti-war left that were a little, like, at least soft on Trump's anti-war messaging. That would be like, well, Trump will Trump says he'll stop Israel. I heard it. And I'm like, you guys out of your mind? Like, please, I understand your criticisms against Joe Biden and not holding Israel accountable at all. I get it. I understand that. But to not even like to think Trump is an actual anti-war candidate is insane. Please don't do this. So, good anyways. So clearly, very interesting.
I do believe I've made a pretty big impact. Their little leader is definitely posting about me all the time.
Who's their
so
wait? Who's
it
their
shows
who's
that-
their leader? Don't go too fast because I don't know a lot of this stuff. Who's their leader?
Well, they're not necessarily their leader, but one of their bigger news outlets that everybody seems to follow is Andrew Mercado.
What? What the fuck? Hold on. Really, bro? I'm rent free like that? When was this podcast? 3 months ago? Jesus, brother. I'm the leader? Guys, I'm the leader, I guess. Holy fuck. I guess it doesn't take much to be a leader. You just gotta play some video games and... Jesus, dude. Like, I just have a big Facebook page. Like, there's other activists have bigger followings than I do. My shit is like mid compared to other activists that have way bigger followings than me. Compare me to Jolly Good Ginger. Dude's got like, what, 9 million followers or something now? I'm like barely at 60,000 on Instagram or whatever. Like, I don't even know. Like, I consider myself middle of the road. And I'm happy with that, by the way. I'm glad I'm like just reputable enough to where people know that they can trust what's happening on the fucking streets from me. Beyond that, good. I don't care if you like me or not. Like, you can come watch my gaming streams. We do that. Or whatever. I play softball too. You can come watch my softball games. But if you don't want to, I don't care. I'm happily like, you know, where I'm at. I don't need to be the best. I don't need to be number one. That's wild. I guess I'm the leader. I never even seen this before. What podcast is this? Oh, someone, I think Derek posted this on X. I wonder what they're going to say back to that. Do they even know me? Are they going to ask about me?
Who's their leader?
Yeah, who is it?
Well, they're not necessarily their leader,
gotta
but one
smoke.
of their bigger news outlets that everybody seems to follow is Andrew Mercado. And
Who's that?
he's posting about me all the time.
But wait a minute. Didn't you and your boys, maybe this wasn't you, but didn't you and your boys go to like Andrew Mercado's apartment and film outside of it?
Oof. Uh-oh, good pushback. Oh, wow. Wow, is this good pushback from a right-wing podcast? Sign these guys up for something. Holy shit.
That actually, I wasn't involved with that at all.
Okay.
I don't think so. I think he was. I think Zach was the cameraman. Because, like, the way that the camera, like, Jaden Scott's small, but the angle of the cameraman was even shorter. And it made, because, like, when you look at Jaden Scott standing, where is it? It's on my YouTube channel. When you look at the way Jaden Scott's standing, he looks tall. So that means the person holding the camera would have had to have been not tall. So I really think it was Zach that was there with Jaden outside my door. Where was this? All my shorts. There it is.
Andrew, your video, it was cute.
Look
However,
at see how the angle makes Jaden Scott look tallish? He's not tall. He's short. He's little. You know what I mean? And not many people are at that angle. Zach is though, because Zach's like little. 5'3". So right away I figured it was Zach. I figured it was him. But I there's no one else that they would get to do this. Because he'll do anything. He will do anything for a little attention. So including showing up at my door, which they didn't knock, or they didn't even make their presence known or anything. How fucking soft. You come to my door, you don't like try to get my attention or nothing. You film a little video outside of it. Why don't you do a TikTok dance or something out there? Probably would have got more views on it. Ironically, my reposting of that video got more views than the original did. It's kind of what helped the HRO and shit. So it's kind of like there's times where you want to call attention to this stuff and there's times that you don't. And a lot of content creators balance that. because you don't want to fuel this, but at the same time, at some points you do need to like call it out. So obviously, like, you know, I decided to post the video out, but it resulted in Jaden Scott getting an HRO, and now he's like in fucking jail because it creates a paper trail for these people, and you have to, like, you just got to do it. You just got to like lay the fucking hammer down, because he didn't knock on my door to get my attention. So you want to play those games, we'll play some games. But because he didn't want to like get my personal attention to come out and address me, and you want to stand there and making a video, like, what the hell are we doing? Anyways, apparently I just found out I'm the leader of the protest, I guess, guys. I have a total of zero what is it called? Calls to action, in terms of like, you know, I'm not I don't speak at these protests. I don't use my following, which I could. I have a decent following and community to where I could be posting, like, I have enough people I could host protests if I wanted to. If I wanted to leave journalism and do activism, actually, I have enough followers and also enough activists to where we could make it happen. And it would help, actually, probably. I'm sure there's activists that are wondering if when and how we'll ever do that. And I don't know. Like, right now I'm doing journalism. And I'm comfortable with that. And that's my lane. And I feel like I'm in a lane. And that's my lane. If I started calling people to organize and I'm hosting the protest, I feel like that's a lane I'm not in. And I might be stepping on toes or something, or people might not like that or whatever. I don't know. Maybe they would. Who knows? But I'm not doing that. The only time I've ever hosted a protest was in 2020 in Portland, Oregon. That was the only one. It was with other streamers. Like, there were others, like protest streamers, and we had like followers, and we had like a little protest in the park. And I think we had like maybe 50 people, 75 people showed up. We had a little march, and that was that. But I didn't I actually spoke at it too. I spoke. Can't remember what I said, but that was that. It was me and like a few Portland streamers and a couple of Seattle streamers. But beyond that, I've never ever organized. That was the only time ever, because it was like everyone was in 2020. There was protests every day. You just had to go outside.
Mercado's apartment and film outside of it?
That actually, I wasn't involved with that at all.
Okay. I didn't know. I didn't know if that was you or not. I just know that some asshole like went to his apartment and made a really shitty video. How do you and DeWoke Farmer get along?
We don't. We don't.
Because I went down there to cover shit, and I kind of not hid. I just didn't express my opinion or agenda. Or I just was down there literally to document. And I talked to him, and I thought it was so weird, because when I would just talk to the guy, normal enough, decent enough, good enough guy, but like as soon as there was an ICE guy or as soon as there was anything immigration, it's like a switch flips with some of these people, and they just go fucking insane. Like the person.
Why do you not understand that? You are a regular person. So of course, you're not an authority figure. And then you said yourself you weren't down there with an agenda. So of course, like, you're gonna get the time that the people are gonna like be genuine with you. And the anger is at the federal agents. How do you not understand that? You don't understand that because it's a political cult. And because people are angry at ICE, therefore, how could they be not angry at me? I support Trump. They don't give a fuck. At the end of the day, it's about the federal agents that are murdering people and kidnapping them and causing chaos throughout the entire country. That's the focus. They don't give a, at the end of the day, yeah, MAGA chuds, MAGA chuds. They're going to, chuds will chud. But like, the focus of these protests have been against the federal agents. And it's kind of like this pick me mentality. Like, why aren't they as mad at me? That's why people like Zach X exist, you idiot. So like, you're going to dress down Zach X, who's doing the fucking thing that you aren't doing. See how Chud World doesn't make it. Chud World is a fucking shit show. So Zach's out there trolling them instead of trying to talk to them like you are, but you don't understand that why they're out there. At least Zach knows that, oh, they're out there to be mad against my Trump, and I gotta go troll them. I gotta counter them. This guy doesn't know what's even going on either.
Person you saw a second ago doesn't exist anymore, and it's this lunatic who comes out of him.
100%.
Another thing I need to fucking bust your balls about is I was trying to get out of a goddamn parking lot down at Whipple one day when the traffic was really bad, and you wouldn't roll up your fucking window and shut the hell up with a fucking megaphone and just drive. So I'm just sitting there for like 30 seconds while you have some conversation with two old liberal people holding signs. And I even yelled at you. I go, fucking move. We got places to go. And you just kind of your fucking megaphone.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I was hoping for a better answer than that sounds about right. I was hoping.
Is he going to provide these? Look at these two are trolls. Look at the way these two are both looking at him the same way. This guy, it doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about either. But then you got like another layer of hell here with these two that like barely have a functioning brain cell going on during this conversation. So all they can do is fucking just laugh. It's silly. It's like this guy can at least talk. Like he has the gift of talking, but he doesn't know what the fuck's even happening. And then these two are just and then they start crying in the car. But like they got to laugh here to go then cry in the car later.
For some satisfaction out of that.
No, yeah, that is definitely the Whipple right there.
So now
I'm an idiot. This guy is so stupid. Why do I like this guy? I know it's crazy.
What are you accomplishing, or like what do you think you're accomplishing, or what do you hope to accomplish? Because like I watch your stuff, and I watch people, and yeah, a lot of them are fucking insane. But then I also see you doing like dumb, childish shit, and I'm like, okay, this feels like, you know, they call it online. This feels like a kamikaze felt. You know,
Yep.
it feels like they look stupid, but you look like you're 8 years old, and like nobody's winning. We're just burning the whole thing down. Because I've never seen you make like a salient point to these people. I've heard you go like, raise your hand if you like Trump. Hold your sign if you like Trump. And I'm like, well, if I'm on this guy's side, it kind of just looks like everyone's a dipshit.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. You got to build a platform to have a voice that makes reach, though.
Ooh. Uh-oh. Oh, little jab? Little side jab? Little, oh, fucking try to attack me. I'll attack you back. What the hell? That was quick. He was quick with it, though. But yeah, I don't know what platform you have, though, because that's not really a platform. And then it's only really on X. That sucks. On the bot, chud, Nazi, Russia platform. Incredible. So I don't know, like, I don't know. I don't know what you mean. You got to build a platform to do it.
I don't disagree with you. Where my disagreement would be is that I don't think that's what you're doing. I think you just look dumb.
Damn.
Okay. Well, that's your opinion. You have the right to that, and I think you look dumb a lot of times.
Ooh. Yeah, I know you are, but what are you? I know I am, but what are you? He's gonna. Does Zach call him a liberal in this or something? Yeah. Nuh-uh. No, you. That's like MAGA's number 2 responses to everything. Doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter. It does not matter what the topic is. Nuh-uh. And no, you. That's it. It's like a toddler. You know, like a preschooler. Like kids. Honestly, my cousin's kids who are like babies still have more conversational value and know how to actually like respond instead of like MAGA chuds, which again, nuh-uh and no, you did it. Nuh-uh, you did it is usually the combination.
Right, but I didn't. Well, I was gonna say I didn't lose my job, but I did. I did too. No, I'm just saying, like, I'm not sitting here going, I'm gonna make a difference. I'm gonna change the politics, and I'm gonna expose this. You do. You say you're going to do that.
Exactly. And that's why he comes at me. Like, I'm not, like, he does the same thing when he reposts me on shit, or I guess thinks I'm the fucking leader of the protest. I have an opinion, as we all do in America, right? But in the moment when I'm doing my actual work, I'm not trolling anyone. I'm not trying to get anybody arrested. I'm actually not getting in the way of the federal agents. I'm really not. A lot of people were like, he was driving through stop signs and it was so scary to watch. Cry harder. I'll do it again. I would do it the exact same way. I would do it all over again. You can, again, and there still hasn't been, but if there's ever a bill for what I had to do to continue covering the federal occupation of the Twin Cities, I would do it again and send me the bill. Never got a bill, though. Never got a bill. So, and I also know that all like local police were all watching because they were not out there. They were out there a couple times, like when Renee Good was murdered in cold blood, and then the Minneapolis police came through and decided to assist the federal agents in making it hard for people to stand there afterwards and have their voices heard. As they came out with the Bearcat right away and wanted to tear gas and flashbang everybody for even being there. But they were all watching because they weren't out. They weren't out there either. They were overwhelmed. It was like 4-1 in terms of federal agents to police. So they were absolutely watching my stream as well, because that was it. So no regrets. Don't feel bad. Send me a bill. Don't have one. And I would do it all over again. The exact same way. The exact same way.
But I think you hurt your own side as much, if not more, than you hurt theirs.
But no one else is doing anything. So for you to sit there and shun me for it just makes the problem worse. Because if you do that, then that means no one goes out there.
Oof. No one will go out there then.
That's my position. My position is, I think you doing nothing would do a better job for what you're trying to do than what you're doing. That's my whole point.
But
you doing nothing. It's kind of like my argument for Trump when it comes to Ukraine, right? Trump doing absolutely nothing through osmosis and fucking, it actually helps because of how dog shit he is. So it'd be like the same thing, because like, and again, in MAGA world, they like just watching protests, and like just the protests existing is enough, but like for them to troll in their mind, and like they'll just watch that and like, and have a whole watch fest, and they don't need Zach X to do it for them. A MAGA will do it themselves. They'll watch the stream. I remember from 2020, they'll watch and have drinking games and everything watching the protest. So when Zach goes out there, he's making himself the center of attention and looking worse than the protests that these fucking chuds watch for content. They watch the people that claim to hate protests love watching them, because they just will make fun of them all day in the chats and the live streams. So they'll just sit there and make fun of them, blah, blah, blah. So when Zach is out there, he's kind of like a bioweapon. He's like a bioweapon at the protest that's causing attention from MAGA chuds that are usually looking at protests like, oh, look at my liberals that I like to make fun of all the time and how stupid they look. Instead, you got Zach X out there, and he looks worse than than their perceived notion of the protest. Again, I'm ideologically aligned with the protest, obviously, but I know what he's saying. So Zach X being out there just by existing is drawing attention away from that. And the focus is on this little chud group that goes and counters the protest, because even he is aware that there are more people ideologically aligned with the protest right now against the Trump administration than there are to troll it. So it's like politically non-viable. It's an L. You're taking a fat L right now. The only time that something like Zach would do well, maybe with his street garbage, would be if when the Democrats win the midterms and like there's a political change in the federal government, and if like they control the House of Representatives or the Senate, or if they control both, then the right wing will have something to grift on again, because they don't have it right now, because they have full control of the government. The Democrats don't have control of anything. So only when Democrats take power again, and then the right wing can crank up their propaganda machine, this is cooked. Like this is an L on all levels. Like, you're taking attention away from what people want to watch and giving it to yourself, and no one asked for it. No one asked for you to go out there and be a Trump simp. They want to watch their protest coverage in peace, and in their head make fun of it. They don't need you to do it.
Your point is just disrespect. That's all you want to do.
No, it's not. But it's a sober analysis. No, it's a sober analysis of what you're doing. I'm telling you, as a bystander, as someone who's watched it, I think you harm what you're trying to help more than you help it. I don't think anybody looks at the way you conduct yourself and then goes, I'm going to take conservative politics or MAGA more seriously.
Damn, think on it. Is your friend that actually likes Zach going to say anything here? Your buddy, that the Oz guy who actually likes Zach, has said 0 words. Nothing. The guy that doesn't like Zach, who again, clearly I'd be opposed to ideologically, clearly. But he's been cooking him for 10 minutes straight, and the buddy that likes him just looks defeated. Doesn't look like he's doing too well. Seeing his favorite just get absolutely cooked by your own people. That's the worst. That's the worst, when it's your own. When your own people are going at, oh, but you're not supposed to do that. Duke IP 8 I8P says Portlanders video circulating show felon agitator Tommy. Oh, was that a bad message, Raisin? I didn't get to read it. Thank you for the $20, I guess. I didn't even get to read it. Was it bad, Raisin? Oops, sorry. Dang it! You hit the wrong button. Well, thank you for the 20. Can you just retype what you wrote? We don't have to send another message, and I'll read it. All good. Mistakes happen. Just rewrite what you said, and I'll read it. You don't have to send another super chat though. Your message isn't there anymore. Yeah, I'll wait for that. Just retype it if you could, and I'll read it out. Yeah, he's over at Cornell. Who's that? Andrew should drive to Syracuse and interview Dr. Tyson. Who's Dr. Tyson? Just calling Tommy out? Okay. Yeah, we watched the video earlier. We did watch that video. But if let me know if Duke leaves a comment just on these tripod gremlins. Oh, okay. Anyways, back to Zach.
Yeah, maybe, but in order for me to grow, I have to keep learning from these things that I'm doing, and that's what I'm doing. So one day I'll go out there and I'll learn that I don't like that image that I just put out there. Sometimes I'm making a fool just to try to get a reaction out of them.
Right.
So
Yes.
I'm not gonna avoid the truth.
Well, but see, I keep getting confused. How does that avoid the truth if you don't act like an asshole?
Oof.
I'm saying I know I'm looking like an asshole, but at what point do we make a stand? So
well, you have a
you
computer
can sit there and belittle me, but
right.
It's not going to change. Like I've done everything. I've gone out there and I've been professional. I've spoke at city councils. It changes nothing. These people don't care.
There's never been an attempt at professionalism. Not one single thing. The last professional thing Zach might have done in his life was G Daddy's Productions when he was like doing drift videos. When he was doing like professional quality drifting videos in his fucking car. But for some reason, you can't do that no more. Apparently, you just can't do that. I don't know. I think the drift community kicked him out. That's what happened. There's no way, because if you have a hobby like that and you got a capability of doing that, then you're just going to go do that because it's content that will just feed itself. People love watching that shit. Sit there and scroll reels, watching cars drift. So that might have been the last maybe semi-professional thing he's ever done. But since then, he hasn't done any of that. He drifts on his fucking driveway and does little videos of like his tires squealing out on his driveway. And I asked him about that too. I'm like, why are there tire marks all over your driveway? Are you just like drifting in your driveway and that's it now? It's truly sad.
Well, it can't happen in one city council meeting. Well, for example, you have a computer, you have a setup there. Do interviews, do a podcast, do a show or something. Talk about your ideas, get them out there, change people's minds that way.
Exactly.
I don't think going to a place full of people that hate your guts just to instigate them is going to change anybody's mind, is what I'm saying. And now you've got a fucking assault charge and you might legitimately go to jail because you think you're doing something.
Got him. Now what?
I see what you're saying. Unfortunately, like, if I don't go out there, I can't find people to talk to that. I've been finding people to have conversations with. It's a very small percent of them that will actually conversate with me, but that was my original goal, is to go out there and interview people.
Let me ask you this, because we'll post this as its own clip. I want to try to help. I don't want to see you like get hit or struggle or anything like. I really don't want to see that. And if people want to get involved, I want to like see them do things that will be helpful. If I could get on this channel Andrew Mercado to agree to a debate and I moderate, would you be open to appearing and doing that?
No, decline. I'll say it right now. Duke, Portlander vid circulating show felon agitator Tommy Boy admitting to carrying a ghost gun whenever he leaves his house. Please stay safe. Thank you for shining a light on these tripod gremlins. Oh, that was the message. Thank you, Nandas, for sending it again. Yeah, anyway, debate request denied. My opponent would lack the intellectual capacity for like me wanting to even go on a debate stage with him. I would be like having to, I'd have to like, I don't know, do opium beforehand to just give it like an equal standing when it comes to like how that would go. So like in a battle of wits, Zach X comes unequipped. So there's just no way that would even be possible. So I can't do that. Sorry. I don't even see anybody on the right wing that's worth debating. I do watch Oscar Quentin and his show, and he's got a really good show, and he brings MAGA on, and it's like ear cancer. Okay. And it's like, I want to throw my phone, not because Oscar does a bad job, but because the guests he has on there make me want to go crazy. And it's the same thing. And there's no one that has unique ideas or anything to offer on the right wing. Nothing. There is zero ideas beyond Trump dick sucking. And that's it. That's it. There is nothing else. No ideas, no actions, which even this guy who's clearly a Trump voter, Chud guy himself, I guess, or whatever, is calling out on Zach X too, because he's calling out Zach's direct actions, Zach's political actions, which is kind of funny, and I guess within the MAGA Chud world, Zach X's point would be like, well, what else is anyone else doing? The right wing is just taking L's left and right. No one else is doing anything else. But it's like, that wouldn't help either. I mean, you got the entire, like, when the president is doing bad things and the country has to see it on a daily basis all day long, you have the biggest uphill battle to climb to be the biggest warrior for Donald Trump when he's only consistently making bad decisions. And like, we're watching it and everybody can see it. It's not even hidden. It's not even behind closed doors. I guess the most transparent administration is the most openly corrupt, and we can just see it in 4K every day. So if you decide to then simp for that and defend this administration and its actions, you are not going to have an easy road no matter what, whether you go out there and you troll all these protesters to their face or you do it professionally, I guess. Like, the right wing, until they lose, is not going to do anything. Which, again, if you guys haven't noticed, the right wing only does well when they lose. The right wing does not do anything when they have power except for enrich billionaires. When they lose, then the propaganda machine kicks in, and then they'll really start changing minds, I guess, in the propaganda of it all.
Yeah, but he'll never do it.
Leave that part to me. If I try to get him on here and he says no, fuck Zach X, then I'll share that with everybody and I'll say, look, this guy ran from a potential debate with Zach. He's a pussy, whatever.
No, you can do that. I mean, you can say that. I decline.
Are you going to go to the No Kings thing on Saturday in St. Paul?
I'm not telling my location right now on anything.
Okay.
But I do have some plans to show up at some places.
Okay. Now, are you worried that could fuck up your legal shit that you've got going on right now?
He doesn't even consider that.
Because what if people test you? They're going to want to try and get a rise out of you and get you to do something physical, and that can fuck you up.
Yeah. Yep. They've been trying for months, my man. They've been trying.
Well, they've been
successful. They keep trying. And I keep falling for it. I'm going to learn my lesson someday. Bro, what are you saying?
Succeeding.
How so?
You might go to jail.
Told you, there's just nothing. See the way this guy's looking right now? That's Zach's brain cell. This guy represents Zach's maybe functioning brain cell right now. That's what's going on up there. So, yeah, there's a reason why, like, on smart activists, when they run into legal problems, whether it's mostly attacks in the administration, they take a break because they know they can't, they know the system's going to fuck with them. So oftentimes you see activists, when they have court cases, they won't go to the protests because it will put them in a situation that their legal counsel is like, don't even do that right now. Probably don't even go out there. You know what I mean? Let's get through this legal case. And then when you win, go back. And especially when there's 2 more years left of Trump, these protesters that are facing these bullshit charges will be able to participate again, but they have to get through this whole bullshit first. And some of them might not. This legal process might be too much because they paid a lot in legal fees or whatever. None of them are going to jail, but they're paying a lot of money in legal fees. So it might not be economically worth it, but at the end of the day, it's up to them. But this guy doesn't even understand that, has no idea. So he keeps going to protests, racking up more and more charges, which are going to absolutely fuck him when it comes time.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. They want that. They would be very happy if that happened.
Yeah, I know. That's their whole goal right now.
And what's the court hearing today? Is it like an omnibus hearing? I know all these phrases because I've been to jail because I've broken the law. You have an omnibus hearing today, or what is it?
Just like do we go to trial or not kind of deal.
Oh, a settlement conference.
Yep.
Okay, so well then you know what? I don't want to make you nervous about your appointment. A lot of times this is where you get offered a deal.
Right.
So you might, you know.
Have any faith that that's going to happen after watching what happened to Jake Lang, but
Okay, well, let's talk about that. Jake Lang. Jake
Ooh.
Lang is a dipshit, fucking retard Israeli plant who's out there to make the Republican right-wing movement look bad. I hope you can see that.
I see what you're saying.
Oof. My Jake Lang. They're not friends now, though. I think they actually did break up now.
I feel like not everybody really knows him well enough.
He's just misunderstood, guys. Jake Lang is just misunderstood. Okay, you just don't know what he's about.
To make that decision, but he does make us look bad as well. I mean, but no one else is doing it. So at what point are we just stalling?
Do you think that maybe, like you keep saying nobody's doing it, do you think that maybe the reason nobody's doing it is because it's fucking stupid and unproductive?
Damn. Cooking him. Goodness.
No, I think everybody's not doing it because they're scared of getting
Because they're scared. And
doxxed and losing their job.
Any retard can hump a goat in a truck. That's not like deep political theory.
So why haven't you gone out there and?
Because I don't like to hump goats. I've been voicing my opinion for 10 years.
Not when you're out there though.
Because I'm not a fucking idiot. I don't want to go, hey, I could have an audience of tens of thousands of people every month talking into a microphone, or I could go to 10 stinky hippies on the street and tell them that I think they're dumb. What's more productive?
Are you getting people to get out there and go against these people?
he's not a political activist. So Zach X is trying to get right-wing activism. So he's trying to compare talk show hosts to be activism, and that's the fucking difference. And that's why he always spins it back on me and others like me. We're not out there fighting for a fucking cause other than injustices that will take place because of the system that we live in. Right? Not because like my Democrats, I gotta get my Democrats and we gotta go against MAGA. We're gonna go battle it out on the field or whatever the fuck that these MAGA losers have in their brain that they're doing. They think they're doing this. They truly think they're on like an ideological battle still. It's like the remnants of 2020 QAnon, ideological warfare, spiritual warfare, all this horse shit, right? And then they think that their political opponents that are out there protesting are doing the same thing because they're out there hardcore for Trump. The protest is probably not even voting for the Democratic Party. Who even knows? Maybe a fraction of them will. The No Kings protest stuff, we have a lot of Democrats there. But the majority of like protests that are like some shit's going to happen, they're not Democrats. And there's nobody out there like trying to get people to go fucking vote. They're out there because they're mad and they're voicing their anger at the government. And that's what's happening. And then you are deciding that is like a Zach X and others like him are deciding that that's an ideological battlefield. And they're going out there to fight that battle. And then when others have an opinion, like just a simple fucking opinion like me, I'm just talking into my mic. But again, I also go out to the scenes. But because I'm not also doing what he's doing, then that's why they compare us to each other. Of like, well, I'm opposite to MAGA, I'm opposite to Trump. Therefore, why am I not leading the crusade? But apparently I am. So it's like two things are true. It's like either someone like me, or like he's asking this guy to do this. He's asking this guy to be the leader as well. It seems like anyone's a leader of this protest, huh? Anyone can lead it. Why aren't you doing anything? Why aren't you doing something? Mercado is the leader of the thing. He's got a news program for the protest. Because that's not what's happening. There's nobody that's fighting other than like at the system at large, which again, MAGA lives in this reality where they're both doing that, but also simping for it. We're like, oh, we're draining the swamp. We're going at the core problems, but we got to do it by simping for Trump and ultimate control of the government and big government shit. And also more Middle Eastern wars and more money to Israel and everything Trump campaigned on. We're going to do the opposite of that now. We're going to do everything completely opposite. So that's why you will have such a fraction within MAGA and why this sounds crazy. Because again, these guys clearly are right wing. Okay, they definitely like the right wing. They're not liberal or left wing at all, but they're able to dress Zach down here. because there's like multiple layers of it. And like, what are you fighting? What are you fighting for when the opposite side of you is not funneling into political, like in terms of, unless they decide to, but even those like specific political actions in terms of for a candidate, it's like a specific type of crowd. It's not like the big massive protests that you see of people just going out and carrying signs. The actual like come out and let's go out for this political candidate are much smaller. The groups that go out to those things are way smaller, and they are focused when it comes to the politics of it. But people that are just out protesting, or like what he does when he goes to City's Church, and the people that are out there, they're not sitting in those chairs for a Democrat. They're not sitting in those chairs in the hopes that the Democratic Party wins, right? That's what Zach X and people are doing, though. They're hoping that Trump remains in power, which, again, they don't give a fuck about that Trump can't be president again. They're hoping he does, because this is like their thing. They have nothing else going for them in life. There's nothing else taking place for them in their life. Donald Trump and MAGA is the populist train that they're on. And by getting off of it means they're going to lose the last bit of friends and relationships that they might have, because they will have nothing left after it. And you're not, and they still won't, because this is still going to collapse. It's still going to collapse. It's whether or not how long people like Zach and others are going to hold on. Because it's like you got even less people the longer you hold on. Because again, if they truly were satisfied with Trump, and if they truly were satisfied in the situation, not as many people would be out protesting, because it would be something that the country could feel. But because the country feels such negativity because Trump's president, because the gas prices keep rising, because affordability doesn't change, Middle Eastern wars continue forever. Again, the Epstein files are still not out completely, have still not completely been unredacted. That's why there's people in the fucking protests, even often people that have never protested still. So many people told me, like, this is my first time protesting. I'm like, that's crazy, because 2020 was just 5-6 years ago. You weren't out there? And there was record numbers of people then. But you got a whole bunch of people out protesting because Donald Trump is a dog shit president. Dog shit. Straight up horse shit. And people like Zach X and others like him that are going to continue to uphold that and support the administration while providing zero in terms of intellectual capacity, of understanding of the government, of any policies that he likes from Trump. I bet you if you ask this fucking clown what policy, and I did, I think. I'm going to post an interview. What policies do you like from Trump? And ironically, I think he brings up the Middle East. I think he's saying to these guys, because this guy he came off strong saying, you know, I don't fuck with Trump anymore because we continue to support Israel. And Zach X was like, oh yeah, true. Yeah, in the interview when I talked to him just recently, like a couple months ago, after this interview actually, which again I've never seen this before. Zach was like, one of the good things Trump is doing is fighting Iran, because 47 years and blah blah blah. So I feel like he'll just kind of go with whatever the wind goes in terms of like whoever he's talking to in the moment, and he'll like be like opposed to him, or like, because he knows, like, he probably figured this was going to be a comfortable interview, because again his Oz likes him, so he's like, man, I really like your work, come on our platform. And then he goes on the show and then gets absolutely cooked by his own people for the very reasons that I have been saying that this guy's a clown in my own reporting, from what we've seen from day one from Zach and others like him that are little domestic terrorists out here. Jake Lang is like the final boss of what they're doing. Okay, Jake Lang did it. It was about it on January 6th. He beat police with the bat. Yeah, he stole their shield, did hard time in the DC jail, but was pardoned by Trump. Okay, and that's like the ultimate where these guys, and he already told you how he feels about Jake Lang, which a lot of the right wing feels the exact same way. So the only other route for these clowns to go is to where Jake Lang's at, or Chud the Builder. But you see how that's going for both of them. These guys are just like several steps behind, but they're already facing legal problems. So when the final goal is, or the final end stage is Jake Lang and Chud the Builder, you can see exactly where these fucking idiots are heading. They're heading in that, they're following in the same footsteps. There will be no other end result but what we're seeing from Jake Lang and Chud the Builder in terms of accountability, whether it become from the fucking streets, or whether you got states like Texas, for crying out loud, banning Jake Lang completely. That's crazy. That is crazy. You got the biggest red state in the country banning the biggest right-wing absolute incel. Well, I can't really. I don't know, he's right-wing fucking chud loser. You can't even go there no more. That's wicked work. Wicked. So there's really no other end state, or there's really no other final resting place for people like Zach X to go. That is it. It's either racism's like Chud the Builder was, and again, he's in going to prison for a long time because he murdered someone. Allegedly, from what I saw in the videos. Gotta still let the court case play out. But then you got Jake Lang, who got fucking his ass beat in Minneapolis, and is facing similar in other places because people aren't down with that. Even his own side, because he went to Israel, and he's clearly like aligned with Zionist leadership in Israel. So you even got like right wing people that do not like Zach or do not like Jake Lang whatsoever. So the end state is prison, or all sides hate you forever, and that's it.
Well, though, I mean, clearly your opinion is not with them. So for you to do nothing just makes you a part of the problem.
Here's the problem I have. My opinion is not with them, but I certainly think that Jake
Smoke on that Zach X. Smoking on that Zach pack. That Zach pack.
Lang definitely, and then the shit you do doesn't help either. I think it hurts what you're trying to help because
it hurts.
See it as lowbrow, and like people on the right
Damn,
don't
not
want to
lowbrow.
associate with it because they're gonna go, I'm gonna look like a fucking idiot if I do this. They're not scared of you. They're not afraid of you. They're going,
No.
I don't want to be associated with the dumb shit he's doing.
Damn.
I don't believe that.
Oz, but wait, Oz likes it. I should say Oz likes it.
I don't believe that one bit.
We finally heard one word from Oz. You finally heard he said, I like it.
I got too many fans.
I got too many fans. What, bro? The chat GPT responses. You got bots. What fans? Madness. You guys know that Zach went to every Pride event. I think it was there at Pride every day. He really did a lot. Like, I'd look at Zach X's post and I go, oh, well, I don't want to look at Pride events here, but I was reminded that Pride was taking place. And then I'd go to actual, people that were at Pride that weren't there to shit on it. So I was reminded of that Pride was very good in Minneapolis. Had a really good Pride event, and Zach X made sure he was there the whole time.
Do you know? Do you have fans?
You're scared. I think you're scared, and you're projecting your fear onto me.
Sure.
And you're trying to make me afraid because you can't do what I'm doing. You don't have the balls to do what I'm doing.
I have put so much more on the line doing the show that I've done than you have.
No,
yes, I have.
not.
I've just been more. I've just been more effective with it.
No, you have not.
Because I'm not
been more effective.
Zach,
No, you haven't. No, you haven't. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. No. He's turning into a little kid here. Uh-oh.
We've accomplished nothing other than making our side look like
Chud fight. This is good content. Good content.
doing the show that I've done than you have.
No,
yes,
you
I
have
have.
not.
I've just
I
been
love
more.
this.
I've just been more effective with it.
No, you have not.
Because I'm not
been more effective.
Zach, you've accomplished nothing other than making our side look like retards.
Oz, buddy. Your biggest warriors aren't doing well on your own show. It's not good. You've only said one word. Oz, say something. Oz, do something. Help. This is your friend.
If I'm being
That's
kind.
your opinion, but I have gained way more following than you, so go fuck yourself.
No, you haven't.
Oof, it's getting spicy. Uh-oh. Chud fight.
Yes, I have.
No, you haven't.
Okay, where's your Instagram?
My coverage at Whipple, it was just one of the videos, did 250,000 on YouTube.
Okay, so I got 4 million on one video.
On Facebook, though. Come on, you know the Facebook. You know how the Facebook metrics work. Come on.
What about it?
You know how the Facebook metrics work. It's if you scroll past it, that's a view.
I feel like you're just a coward hiding in your mom's basement.
Hey, you know what? That could be accurate, but I am cowering in my own basement.
Well, you said it yourself. You go out to these things and you just sit there and hide like a little bitch.
I don't think I said like a little bitch, but I don't know. I don't go out there voicing my opinion because I don't want to catch a 5th-degree fucking assault charge because I went and I couldn't control my emotions and I punched a guy in the head.
Our side.
Oof.
I'm not on.
You're not on our side. You can't control your emotions. You go out and yell a bunch of random shit. Like, bro, it's truly bad. Then you're not on our side. Okay. You're not on MAGA team no more. You're not on the team. Apparently Zach's the leader. We're talking about being a leader. He's the fucking leader of MAGA now. That's crazy. Zach's the leader of MAGA. You know, he decides.
I feel like you're just a coward hiding in your mom's basement.
Hey, you know what?
Zach's gatekeeping for MAGA hard as fuck. Boy, standing there at the gates, holding it down. This is wild.
That could be accurate, but I am cowering in my own basement.
But you've said it yourself. You go out to these things and you just sit there and hide like a little bitch.
I don't think I said like a little bitch, but I don't know. I don't go out there voicing my opinion because I don't want to catch a 5th-degree fucking assault charge because I went and I couldn't control my emotions and I punched a guy in the head.
You're not on our side.
I'm not on your side because I won't punch people in the head, and I'm not on your side because I won't associate with a known Israeli asset and Fed like Jake Lang, so I'm not on your side. You're right. You're right. I am not on your side. If you're on the side of the Feds and the fucking plants, then you're right. I'm not on your side.
Oof.
I've denounced my relationship or friendship with Jake Lang a week after
but you were just willing to defend him just like 5 minutes ago, and you're like, well, actually, there's like a nuance to Jake Lang. He's just misunderstood, and now now he's got his back against the fucking ropes, and now he's got to get himself out. Okay, yeah, well, Jake Lang is bad. You're right. He's actually bad. You're right, for sure.
Hey, I am not on your side. If you're on the side of the Feds and the fucking plants, then you're right. I'm not on your side.
I've denounced my relationship or friendship with Jake Lang a week after
because he spoke out against you.
Oof. Got him.
No, because
yes, that is true.
He was racist right off the bat.
No, stop it. No, you do that. Appealing to racism, especially on a right-wing podcast, bro. Woke. What are you, woke? Oh, we don't do that. You don't do that on right-wing podcasts. About racism doesn't exist, right? We see no colors or whatever. But yeah, weird to appeal to that, especially when Zach X is a racist, like a devout racist, actually. And he like goes and does the racism Olympics in St. Cloud all the time. Like in Walmart. He used to do Walmart videos and go up to Somali individuals and do a racism. And he would do that in content. Or he goes to George Floyd Square, does the same thing. So saying, well, because he was racist, 1, woke, 2, you don't care about that, actually. So let's not pretend that you care about racism. Let's not do that.
Hey, I'm not on your side.
I've denounced my relationship or friendship with Jake Lang a week after
because he spoke out against you.
No, because he was racist right off the bat, and I gave him a chance to prove himself as a good person, and it didn't happen.
Well, how was he racist? What did he do that was racist?
Instantly, as he got into my car, he mentioned that me having a subwoofer makes me an N-word.
Dude, you're gonna make me like Jake Lang, and I don't want to. That is kind of. I mean, that's a behavior that's common in a subset of a community.
Okay. Well,
wait a minute. So wait, the guy's humping goats. The guy's doing retarded shit, not making a difference at all, other than making people look stupid. He's
burning Qurans, trying to do absolute, like, the ultimate racist things ever. Doing Sieg Heils, yelling the N-word out loud in public.
Taking over other
like Chud the Builder was.
People's property and catching charges. But the things that made you disavow him is that he made fun of your subwoofer?
Well, you're sitting here, you're making fun of me. Didn't you get punked out by, like, Nick Rekitas or something?
I don't know.
Who is that? Nick Rekitas?
Nick Rekita. But we definitely had a sordid past, that's for sure.
Is Zach X reading his chat for help? Is Zach X reading his chat to get out of this grilling by his own right-wing people? Oh no. So you can't even get out of a right-wing battle here of low IQ. But yeah, he's definitely reading information. So I don't know, did he have problems with Nick Rikita?
Now, much like you can't talk about the assault, there's a lot of parts about that I'm not allowed to talk about. Ooh. But I don't understand what that has to do with the fact that Jake Lang called you an N-word for having subwoofers. That doesn't sound like you took a principled stance against racism.
No,
that sounds like
plus taking principled stances against racism is woke. That's not what the right wing does. That's what libs do. Okay, what do you mean? So what a hip hop? Are you a lib now, Zach? Are you on the left?
He hurt you. That sounds
the only person out there.
But it sounds like he hurt your fifis, and you decided that you weren't going to be his buddy anymore.
How is that hurting my feelings? Making a decision not to be with the only person out there doing this.
I've heard the shit.
Problem. People like you are the problem.
Absolutely, 100%.
100%. And I'm sorry, but you can sit and talk trash about me, but I'm actually getting out there. I'm spending almost $100
Right,
a
and I'm
day,
saying that's
and
the
I don't have a
mistake.
fucking job. So for you to disrespect me and to shun me and belittle me is just complete unpatriotic of you.
I
lost a lot of more respect for you today, as I knew I would.
It's unpatriotic.
It's unpatriotic. They truly think trolling protests is patriotism. It's replaced any actual like fighting for rights in this country or like fighting for a better future. Like, because Zach is fighting against people that are trying to work for a better future. Actually, okay, people that are out there that are like, yo, we have a absolute militarized police state, in which apparently a lot of right wingers are up in arms about the spy cameras that are everywhere now and the drone technology. But do you know also that's part of that apparatus? ICE. And fucking because immigration enforcement, good, so that way Americans can be surveilled too. And we like that though. Well, we don't like that, but we like ICE. Which all that fucking money is in the same pot. It doesn't matter. So when people are out there against a militarized police state of masked federal agents fucking overwhelming the local police force and just doing whatever the fuck they want, and there's like no right-wing real pushback to that, which again, the right wing used to be. There used to be libertarians that would be like, yo, a police state is bad. Big government is bad. We don't like that. We don't like the big government. But now it's like you got Zach X's and others that are like, yes, Donald Trump, yes, please, $18 billion more dollars to Israel immediately. Stat. Yes, we love the Middle Eastern wars. We love Israel wars. I love gas prices being $8 a gallon. I love the fact that just the goods and services or even just our entertainment sectors of this country are just fucking us, robbing us blind of every dollar we have. And then rent money is going up every fucking year. When you look at your lease form, if you're in an apartment or whatever you're looking at, does that money ever go down? Does that money ever stay the same? No, you're always paying more money. So you're paying more money for the same product that we're getting from this country, and the product is dog shit. And if Trump is some business person who deals all the time and the product is shit, he doesn't care. He does not give a shit. He does not care about what the country is like. He doesn't care about the ins and outs. So anyways, yeah, people that are protesting because that's bad. The people are out there in the streets because they're like, whoa. A lot of people are out there naturally because they saw this coming and they chose not to vote for Trump in 2024. But from what I've seen over the past year is there's a lot of people that did get fucking Houdini'd in 2024 and voted for him for some dumb fuck reason. And they're out in the protest because it sucks. This shit is ass. What did you get? The Gulf of America. Wow. Thanks. You got the Gulf of America. Wow, you got what? What is Trump actually provided? And no tax on tips does not fucking count because you still have to file your fucking taxes. You still have to file your tips. So it's literally a nothing. It's literally a nothing. I'm trying to think of any other dumb fuck policy he's gotten through that MAGA celebrates. There's literally nothing. The lower drug costs, you have to subscribe to Trump RX to get lower drug costs. So you're just enriching him. It's not like a service. It's like you subscribe to Trump. Yeah, a cell phone. You can get the Trump phone. How's that going? What else? Anything else that this fucking orange losers offered and has not 8 wars that don't exist that he's ended? Why are we not feeling that economically? Why is the ending of 8 wars not reflective on any level? But yet when we bomb Tehran, like we're still doing, I think Iran's still getting bombed tonight. And then gas prices go up exponentially, like immediately. And and then also Americans live in fear because they're worried Iran's going to retaliate. Or you have family members of soldiers that have lost their life in the Gulf states, which I've got into, which that's where I was deployed to, and it's not a combat zone there. It's a chill area. It's a deployment zone that you go and do your job, but there's no combat. You don't have to worry about none of that. Like we'd get trolled from people soldiers that went to Afghanistan or Iraq, right? Oh, you went to Kuwait? That's not even well, we might as well have just stayed home or whatever. But like, it's not our choice where the government sends us. It is what it is. But like those countries are not combat. So guess what? They are now. They kind of are now. I wonder what it'd be like to be on Camp Arif John now. You're probably in fucking doing drills. I don't know what that would be like. Camp Earring too. Probably have to do bunker drills and shit. They're probably walking around in Iowa fucking full battle in Kuwait, for crying out loud. That would suck. And it's hot as hell there. It's hot. And then you have to be in full battle right now and being a soldier. I did that. That would suck, especially when they got swimming pools and shit over there. So soldiers no longer swimming in Kuwait. They're probably at the positions, getting ready to shoot down ballistic missiles. So it's such a wild existence. And especially when the right wing apparently is all about, let's bring our troops home. And then they're not. It's crazy how the hypocrisy will happen. But we're not even, I can't even have those types of conversations, or like when he invited me to come debate Zach X, because Zach X wouldn't even be able to hold my fucking pocket when it comes to conversations like that. And a single right winger can't fucking do it. It's non-existent. The best I can get is a liberal, actually, to like be able to, we'd have a debate about geopolitics or something, probably. Domestically, likely aligned on a lot of things, and then when we get to the economic system, that'll probably be like, it'll be tough there, because I don't feel like we live in a good economic system at all anymore, or ever. So it might be harder to get a liberal away from a capitalist system, but at least there, like, there's probably a lot that you could probably agree with, or like at least have some type of intellectual conversation, even though I might disagree with some things like an establishment Democrat would say or something. Especially if they were like supportive of Israel still, or they're like a 2-state solution type of person. Yeah, we probably have a lot to go back and forth about. But at least they'd probably come equipped with some type of research, or they'd come with something. They'd come to the conversation. They'd come to the table with some type of knowledge, whether it be right or wrong. When it comes to MAGA, it's truly just whatever I'm feeling, whatever my feelings are that day. I don't know. This is what I saw when I was scrolling X. This is what Grok told me. And then we're supposed to have an ideological debate with that. And that's what's crazy to me. That is what's wild to me about the current state of American politics, or at least activists in the MAGA. Because you got American politics, where I think is done altogether. But the activists, and because again, people that don't get offended by me calling Zach X an activist. If you're like a leftist activist, you know, I mean, when I say activist, I mean somebody that's clearly trying to get people to go out into the streets and do something. Okay, so Zach X isn't like a comparable grassroots activist, right? But he's like a MAGA chud activist, and he's trying to get other chuds to come out there and do his chud shit. So that's like the very best you're gonna get, and that's even what Zach's arguing, because these guys clearly do a podcast. These guys clearly do a podcast where they talk, right? Like I do. I'm talking right now. We're just talking, but they do a right wing talk show, and Zach's arguing that, well, you don't even go out and do the groundwork. You don't go do the grassroots activism that Zach is too afraid to say, because he knows that's what it is in his brain. Because he wants what Zach X wants. He wants a right-wing version of what he's seeing from the protests. That's exactly what this little gremlin wants. He really wants he wants an equivalent right-wing amount of people out there to do what he's doing to the protest. And because it's just him and like just fucking 2.5 other people, you know, he's like going to these shows and telling them, well, you're not doing the work I am. But the truth is, you look like an idiot. And the guy holding the podcast looks smarter, because you do look like a fucking absolute idiot. And like I said earlier, you're taking the attention away from people that want to troll the protest, and you're making yourself the center of attention. It'd be like my platform. I don't think Mercado Media would be nearly as successful if, when the situation was getting out of hand and like the police came out and tear gassed and shit, right? And then I turned the camera on me. Who the fuck wants to watch that? Like, you're there to watch what's going on, right? You don't want to watch, oh, here we are, guys. Wow, this is crazy. Like, you guys are like, what the fuck? I'd probably have some subscribers, maybe. But most of you would be like, who's this guy? Why is he on the screen? Why is he filming himself when, like, there's something happening? That would be, imagine that. Just think about that. If you guys have watched my coverage at Delaney Hall or during the ICE raids, or any protest or anything, if I were to just like in the heat of the moment, turn the camera on myself and start narrating it as if you guys can't fucking use your own eyeballs to see what's happening and hear. Some of you guys watch this shit on your TV, so you have it on surround sound. I know you do. You've told me. Some of you guys have the stream up on your television, so you can watch it in 4K or something. So it'd be like that. If I were to turn the camera on me and take the attention away from the thing happening that people are tuning in for. So in MAGA world, they're tuning in because they want to troll it and have fun in their own little safe space on Portland Andy's stream or something, right? So they want to have their safe space, and they want to have the streamer at home do it, or they don't need you to fucking do what they're already have been doing for the past 6 years, which is troll protests online in echo chambers from the safety of their safe space. Okay, and you're ruining that, outright ruining it to the point where you got grifting, and like that's gonna yuck the whole thing even harder. I promise you it will. This will push people away from MAGA harder when you got individuals grifting for themselves. Because you guys are supposed to be all patriots. I know you guys all grift and shit. Everyone grifts, but it's supposed to be for end goal of like owning the libs or whatever. But when people find out that it's not really going towards that, and it's not going towards the end goal of owning the libs, you're gonna start pushing people out of it, and the cracks will get deeper and deeper.
To think that what you're doing is retarded. What's next? You're gonna call me anti-Semitic because I don't agree with you? Come on, you're going through the fucking playbook.
You don't have
right
to
now.
agree with me, but you can respect that I'm patriotic and I'm doing a lot more than you.
Let me tell you something.
You're sitting in your ass talking shit to everybody every day. That's all you ever do.
And you're going out. You're going out with a bunch of retards yelling retarded shit, accomplishing nothing, and probably going to jail.
I'm exposing what's going on.
No, you're not. We all know they're fucking stupid.
What are you doing?
Talking about how stupid you and they are. That's what I'm doing.
So you make a living off what I'm doing, and I'm actually not making a living, and I'm doing something for America, and you're disrespecting.
What you?
You're grifting off my grift. What the heck? What the? Again, if you guys are just tuning in and you're like, what in the hell is going on? This is a look into one of these grifters getting dressed down by other grifters in the right wing. So it's like a food fight. That we're watching a food fight right now.
Keep saying you're doing something, and I keep telling you you're not, and you can't prove to me you're doing something. You've moved no needles.
You got a bigger following than me.
Dude, people mostly watch you.
What's your Instagram?
They watch you to make fun of you and laugh at
What's
you.
your Instagram?
I post shorts on Instagram. I don't know what my Instagram is.
What's your following on Instagram? What's your following on Facebook?
I'm on YouTube and Rumble. Where's your YouTube channel? YouTube's my secondary platform. What's your channel name?
My YouTube's been blacklisted forever, so that one is probably one of my worst.
That's cool.
Okay. How about your Rumble?
We're having a battle of analytics. Why don't you just pull your everyone involved, pull their pants down. Everyone involved, just get to it. Just get right to it. All right, just get right to it. Figure it out, because we're at analytics. Analytics, really. Oh, well, my numbers are bigger than your numbers.
Rumble, I just started a month ago.
The whole thing is everyone's laughing at all of it. It's just laughable. The whole thing.
How many you got? You'll get.
I just started a month ago, my man.
What's your view count?
Comparison?
What's your view count?
I don't even know where to see that because I just post videos.
I don't even know where to see that. It's under the video. It's the number that is next to the word views, usually right under the video title on YouTube. It's been that way for almost 20 years. Usually there on YouTube, Zach.
How long have you been making a living doing this?
Well, technically, I'm not making a living anymore.
Okay, because I've been making a living doing this for 20 years. So I think I got the trump card on you there.
Golly.
So now
I'm the
you
biggest.
keep saying that you're doing something, and I'm
the
trying
best
to figure out what you're doing, and you keep obfuscating because I think you know that deep down, if you would just admit, I'm doing this for fun, I want to trigger some libs, I'm being silly, and I want to say inflammatory stuff and get attention.
That's what it originally was.
But that's what it originally was. But that's what it still is.
Oof.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
And that's you can say that, but if you watch, you have seen relationships been built, but with the opposite side, which doesn't happen with anybody else.
What, the gay fan guy?
So if I can go out there and if I can get both sides to work.
Hey, let's go, Derek. Derek. Derek was mentioned in the CHUD cast as well. Activist Derek in the chat.
Together, I think that'd be a fucking win. But people like you don't want to hear that because you just want the worst for the world. It sounds like.
No. I'm absolutely, to quote Milton Friedman, I'm on your side. You're not. Like, you go out there and make an ass of yourself.
Oh, fuck. I haven't heard that one. Holy. I'm on your side. You're not. That's crazy.
That's not going to be productive.
Crazy. That's a crazy
That's
line.
the difference between you and I. I know I don't want to make a difference. I know I want to come on here, talk shit, have fun, do a funny show. You've got one foot in both, and you won't commit, and you try to play both sides of it. You go, I'm going to do wacky shit at the protests and clip it out. And then when people go, well, you're just kind of being a wacky dipshit then, which is fine. Then you pivot to, no, I'm making a difference. Then people,
calling them out. Calling them out. That's exactly what it is. It's exactly what it is.
Point out, but you're not really making a difference. You're just being a wacky dipshit with other wacky dipshits. You're trying to be in both sides. I will tell you right now, I'm not trying to save the world. I'm not trying to fix anything because I probably won't. I'm trying to have a good time, do my show, have conversations like this. I enjoy it. So when you say you're not making a difference, you're not fighting for the thing, you're goddamn right I'm not.
So you could be using this platform for actually good and not just talking.
Okay, but he's telling you he's not being an activist. He says it sounds like they're like right-wing guys with opinions and they just have a show. Like every 18,000 other shows in the United States are like that. Most of them are like this. Just two guys that are probably like right-wing culturally, and it's just the same thing. Copy paste, like whatever. So, and then that's so wild because, and I can understand, I guess, people that will say, well, you're like the left-wing version of that. It's like, no, because when I go to the protest again, it would be different if I was turning the camera on myself in those moments and taking away from the actual journalism that's out there. So I actually am able to navigate both worlds where I can come home at the end of the day and do a show here at home. I don't consider this a fucking show though. That's kind of a weird thing. Like I literally am in my apartment and I fire up a live stream and just rant. So I don't know if I consider this a show, but like I can do a stream at home and rant and pull up the news and shit. And then I guess also when it comes to news happening in person, I know how to shut the fuck up and just film. Because oftentimes, and other journalists will say that the material is enough. The material that you're providing is the story. You don't need to center yourself, and you don't want to make yourself the story either, because that's not journalism either. That's why I called myself out the 2 times that I did go beyond just filming during Metro Search. I used COPE context to be like, yo, it's my own home state. I live in Minnesota. The federal government is attacking my people that live here, and I care about Minnesotans that live here. They killed Alex Pretty and Renee Good. So I was fucking angry. So that's why I went at Nick Sorter the way I did, which again, I still condemn that because that's not what a journalist does. In the moment, a journalist would have to just kind of take that and just whatever. Like there's moments where I've seen seasoned journalists definitely have an opinion, or like definitely like in the moment they have something to say, but their end product is not their opinion. The end product is whatever happens or whatever it is, and they're just like the one holding the camera, or they're the one with the easel, because there's one journalist out there, I can't remember her name, if you guys can remember her name, but she's so cool, and she just draws the scene. Like her whole thing is just drawing what's happening. And she's actually, I think she went viral. Please somebody put her name in the Instagram. I just can't remember right now. But she used her easel to block one of the, I think it was, I don't know if it was a rubber bullet or if it was tear gas. Sketch Girl? Is that really the name? Interesting. So, but she used her easel in Minneapolis because she's also gone to multiple, and I should maybe interview her if she's down. It's so cool to see that, because it's like she's got her press stuff on, but she's fucking drawing in the scene, like in the tear gas, like full tear gas on, and it's like she's drawing. So you got that taking place, but other journalists are just there to cover the story. They're not there to become it or become the center of attention.
And shit then, right? So you're
no, I couldn't. My show could not make a difference. My show could not make a difference. My show can entertain people. That's what my show can do.
Yep. So my show can entertain, and it can also make a difference.
What show?
What show? Got him. Help.
My videos.
Okay, but which one do you want to? I just told you what I am. I'm saying you've got your foot in both. Which one are you?
Oof.
I'm whatever today brings.
I'm whatever today brings. Insane. I guess that's a way out of that one. That's how you get out of that cornering. Whatever today brings. When the sun rises, I'm the day.
That's fucking.
I'm
deep.
whatever
You know what?
the protest.
That was so deep. That was deep. That was deep. You got to give it. You got to. That was deep.
Got me on that one. That
Yep.
was fucking, that was. I got fucking served on that one. That was some Eastern mysticism shit. That was pretty good.
It's true though. Every day is different. Like I can walk
true.
up. Sometimes I walk up. I don't even try to antagonize or anything. I will actually.
When no. There's never been a single time he showed up to a protest or a group of people and not antagonized. To the point where the protesters do the most to like not give him any attention. Because he's a nuisance. It's not like he's doing something effective. It's that he's like a fucking mosquito. He's the human equivalent to like a mosquito to the crowds that go out there. And they're just like, will you fucking just go away? You're not doing anything other than just clipping individuals for content. Like a couple people that are standing there doing a protest at this point. It's wild. And then the two guys on their right-wing podcast are like, we are just here to do a show. We don't do activism or whatever. Even though, like, the reason why Zach X is pushing back in that way is because the right wing plays that game too. They play that game. The game that guy's talking about with the glasses, the right wing plays that with their cultural podcasts, with their political podcasts, in which they'll tell their audience and they'll get them all pent up about right wing opinions, and they'll get you in on all of the lore of the right wing and how the right wing feels about things, and then they want to play this, and then the right wing media will pretend like, oh well, we're just asking questions. We were just joshing, right? When they got the right wing, which is wild because they cooked the right wing into the Epstein files, which, I mean, fine, because pedophiles need to be held accountable. But that was how MAGA was able to take hold of that, as if like, oh boy, a bunch of establishment Democrats and these left-wing politicians are going to get held accountable. And then when the Epstein files fail to come out from the right-wing government, and then when they do come out, Trump's name's all over them, right? And then they come out all redacted, weird, but then you can unredact them through software. And then there's like thousands more that still are not out. That's why you have the reality you do within the right wing when it comes to Donald Trump at this point.
Walk up with good intentions to have conversation, and if they're disrespectful, then I do.
Yeah, every day brings a different thing. I didn't think of that. The way I like to say it is, asking for help is a sign of self-respect and self-awareness.
Yeah.
Changing my mind is a strength, not a weakness.
I don't have to change your mind though, because I'm still going to do what I'm going to do, regardless of what anybody says.
Every decision I make is supported by my whole and inarguable experience.
Too deep.
Zach, I affirm and encourage others as I do myself.
Well, I got 55,000 followers on Instagram within 2
It goes back to
months.
the numbers.
I'm pretty sure you can never get those numbers, bud.
But I alone hold the truth of who I am.
I will show you one man can make a difference. Hey, hold on. Did you read Mercado's little post about me yesterday?
Why am I the topic of this show? Why am I getting brought up? Don't bring me into this. I'm not going to help you. What the fuck is going
I'm
on?
not gay.
Okay. Well, here, let me just read that to you to show how much one man has made a difference in their little clan.
Oh, wow, dude. He's a fan. Dude. Wow, dude. That's one of the nicest things someone's ever fucking said, dude. Dude, you made a difference, Mercado. Dang, dude. Oh, man. Wow. Yeah, I got a big fan. Chills. Literal chills. Holy shit. Let me show you how much this guy's made a fucking difference. You want to talk about making a fucking difference? I'll show you a guy that's made a difference. Like, bro, what? Holy shit, dude. Holy.
Difference. Hey, hold on. Did you read Mercado's little post about me yesterday?
No, I'm not gay.
Okay. Well, here, let me just read that to you to show how much one man has made a difference in their little clan. Would you got time for that?
I do, but I am allowed to ask for what I want and what I need.
Okay. Wow. You are just a special kind of fucking guy, aren't you?
I'm just trying to be. I'm just trying to be positive and make a difference, my man.
I've seen a few posts that are concerned about Zach X showing up on Saturday. Please stop stressing this little weasel. He's 5'3" and makes money begging the internet. To
Wait,
go
are
and
you
drive by
5'3"?
protests
Are you 5'3"?
inside a car with a megaphone.
Are you 5'3"?
What?
Are you 5 foot?
I don't know what to do with all this power. I don't know what to do.
3?
I'm 5'6".
Oh, that's not bad. You're fine.
He's not 5'6". 5'6" with heels on, maybe, or something.
What?
Are you 5'3"?
I'm 5'6".
Oh, that's not bad. You're fine. Go ahead. Keep going. I am content and free from pain. Go ahead.
The fact that we only have one consistent mega troll out of nearly 6 million residents in the state of Minnesota, I think we are okay. Even the most conservative Minnesotans are staying home. That exactly proves the point of everything I just told you about why I get out there and do what I do.
Yeah, exactly. My word. I said it. Exactly. I said that conservatives are cucked because they stay home. And Zach X is the warrior. Zach is the right-wing warrior, and all other conservatives that are like, that's fucking weird. Yeah, cucks. You're staying home.
But he's saying you're a bitch and people should stay away from you because you're gay.
I'm saying you're a bitch because all you do is talk shit about people that get out there and actually do something.
No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
To make a statement.
But in order
to say we're tired.
But in order to make a difference, you have to convince people like me
who time that you've been here, you've been trying to chirp me, dude.
Hey, I am doing the work that works for me.
Do you have your house paid off, Aaron?
I have a mortgage. It's too bad.
Okay.
It's too bad.
So you're one less than me on that card too, there.
Damn.
Read another one of my posts. That'll help you out of this. He's got all my posts ready to go. How about this one?
I'm never going to get to meet the president.
Do you have any debt? Do you have
how about this one from Mercado?
credit cards? Do you have any debt?
Not at the moment. I went through you'll find this out. I went through a legal thing that racked me up a little bit of debt, but I was able to clear that off the table.
Jesus.
Nice. What did you do to get in the legal trouble?
And I sent a text message I shouldn't have sent. It was not good. But much like you and beating the shit out of people at Whipple, I can't be really talking about it very much. Let me tell you one thing, and then I want to ask you another question. I am good. Hey, I'm good and getting better.
Are you gay?
I mean, you could watch this interview and the way, like, the sexual tension you and I have, and people could definitely kind of see that, I think.
I think so, too. Did they go on a date after this?
Yeah, that's probably.
You let your girl do other guys.
Not anymore. No, that was a mistake.
I think you watch other dudes do your girl.
No, well, not that. More of a swap kind of a thing, but not anymore. That was a bad road. That I wouldn't advise it. What does your girl do for a living?
I would rather not.
It was a trick question. We know you don't have one, stupid. So anyway,
with my cat. That's okay too.
Your
That's
cat?
totally acceptable to be okay.
So you got a peanut butter budget
for my cat?
Never mind. It was a joke about you being a. You never mind. I just want to say that. Hey, Zach, I just want to say.
You don't. You don't get it.
I am loved and worthy.
I don't think you love yourself, or you wouldn't be doing this kind of shit.
You know what? I agree with that. I have to hate my own fucking guts to go through this.
You do.
I think so. No, I'm just busting your balls because I think you have the right energy and the right spirit, and probably politically some of the right positions. I think the direction you're putting that energy is a giant mistake. It's made zero difference, and it's caused you a lot of strife and problems and pain. And as someone who's done some of those similar things in my private life, I really hope you can kind of see that this shit is a waste of time, and you could maybe do a show, have debates, do things like that. Because right now, it's just kind of...
No one wants to see that shit, bro. No one wants to see that shit.
Watching the right wing just like not know what to do at this point is very interesting to me. Altogether, all of it, the whole thing, because it's like Zach is the reason why Zach exists is because of the entire direction MAGA has gone. Okay, if the right wing political sphere has not gone in that direction, there wouldn't be a Zach X, there wouldn't be a Jake Lang, right? These figures would not exist. We'd have just the elites to cry about, right? Which is valid. However, we have these Timu trolls that also exist that uphold the system that people are protesting against. So, by the very nature of the right wing and where it's gone, Zach X is a product of it. Okay, this whole thing we're reacting to. It's just interesting to watch the very thing dress itself down, as if the podcast is acting like it's better than Zach, which, like, yeah, maybe they don't go out there. Maybe he was the guy in the glasses. A little funny, I guess, but maybe he didn't troll protesters. But the things that they talk about and the narratives that they drive created Zach. That's the whole point. Okay. Down the line, the very right-wing thing that he's saying, oh, just chill and have a right-wing podcast and have debates and opinions. Well, the end state of where that is at is Zach. And you got Timu activists trying to physically stop the protests. There is no other end state. There is no other end state to where you're at with Zach and like others like him. That is it. And I'm worried that, again, it could get worse if there is an actual serious change within the country. Like if the Democrats take control and there's no change at all on affordability, the Middle East doesn't change, we continue to fund Israel, we continue to not pay our workers a fair share, we don't actually bring a proper tax rate to billionaires to where it can actually stimulate the economy, because that's where it will happen. At least to start, if we don't codify healthcare and make sure that healthcare is a guarantee, of Social Security, if we don't make sure that is a guarantee, then the right wing will take power again. And then who knows after, like, what the next fucking mutation of this right wing Chudville will be, because it's at Zach X now. But if the country doesn't get better and doesn't heal actually with policy, contrary to MAGA fucking feelings, there better not be no bipartisanship. There better not be, well, we got to make sure MAGA's okay with this. Fuck them. When it comes time to what's the rest of the year here through midterms and then 2028, if there isn't a serious, like, actual pullback from where we're at, there will be a whole new right wing of like a mutation from where Zach is, because then they'll feel emboldened. They'll feel emboldened. They'll get to create content during the Democratic administration, and people will not see a change, right? And that's how the right wing works. People will not see a change in the Middle East if they don't, right? Just assuming nothing changes. They won't see a change in the Middle East. They won't see a change in affordability. They won't see a change in the grocery stores. They won't see a change in rent. And then that's when the right wing pulls people in. They want you down and bad. They want you in a bad situation, and then the right wing will pull you in. And that's when the right wing will cook. And you guys will be so annoyed because you'll think there's no way after Trump and all this that the country could go back. You're wrong. It absolutely would. And it will. It will. Heed my warning. Heed my warning. Now, years in advance. I don't know how old I'll be. But if there is no serious actual change and we don't go back to the status quo, like, sure, yeah, we won't have the fascism that Trump administration's bringing and all this bullshit. But if there isn't like a serious, like, actual pull from the status quo, they're going to win again. They will. They just will. So I really hope that, this is the final stage. I hope that this is end stage MAGA. And this is all it's going to get to. But if not, you think this is sad and pathetic, just wait. It'll get worse.
I mean, you do a show every day. I'll do a show every day. We'll see who gets better numbers.
Well, I think that
because
I think my strategy is going to pay off.
You keep trying to do this comparison thing. We're not in the same game. You're not even in the same ballpark I'm in. You got a long way to go, kid. But I'm saying you could probably get there at some point. You just got to stop with this small fry hooligan shit.
Aren't you like begging men to pay for your way though?
Yes, as a matter of fact, we are at we're 155 away from today. All right, there we go.
What does that mean?
That means I give them content and they give me money. How's that working out for you?
Oof.
No, it's working out just as fine. I can do this for months, dude.
I could do this.
You know what? And I'm sure you will. That doesn't mean you have to.
Oof.
Right.
Why'd you get fired from?
Mean you have to be a piece of shit either.
Why'd you get fired from your job?
Yeah, what happened at the Ford dealership?
I already know the question for my voice.
No, I swear to God I don't. I don't know anything about you other than you go out and look like a dick.
Yeah, no, for going out and filming that Somalians are ruining just the shopping experience for all of us around here.
So you went in and you put a camera in Somalis' faces and you were a dick. I've seen that video. And then your boss was like, I don't want to fucking be associated. So your boss thought that was retarded shit, that he didn't want to be associated. So your boss agreed with me and said, I don't want to be associated with this guy.
No, not at all. I was.
Yeah, that is actually exactly what happened. I forgot that he got fired from that job too for that. which I mentioned earlier. He was doing a racism. That's what I said. So when he appealed to, well, I don't like Jake Lang anymore because you said racism. Like, you were doing that for content. Like, you were doing Temu Chud the Builder shit in St. Cloud Walmarts.
It's weird because you just keep putting the most negative thing out there, and
I put positivity out there. Exactly. Say it.
I made a choice. I made a choice. You just forget that I'm making choices.
So you quit? You quit? You left?
sit here and you grift off dudes every day, and that's totally fine.
Hey, and women too.
I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to be a lot more effective on it, and you're going to wish you would have respected me, and you're going to wish that you would have maybe had a brain cell to show me a little bit of respect.
I hope.
Zach doesn't get no respect, guys. No respect.
I help you, but no, you just want to waste the world. You want to burn the world, and that's totally okay because you're so fucking mad at your pathetic ass life.
That's probably true. I hope you prove me wrong.
Your numbers are trash, dude. Your numbers are trash. I'm looking at them right now.
I hope you prove me wrong, and you prove
you got like 200 views on YouTube, dude. You got one video that fucking made a $250,000.
Bro, we're on Rumble, bud. Like I said, YouTube's our second. We got about 617 people watching us right now. You got the biggest audience you've ever had. So look.
And we got half that right now. Oh shit.
I'm telling you right now. I hope. I'm seeing today. I'm going to tell you right now. I hope you prove me wrong and prove yourself right. I'm just telling you that so far.
Second biggest audience he's ever had.
You haven't. And the fact that you're going personal just kind of shows that I think you've lost. I'm going to let you talk to Oz here because Oz is a big fan. And I don't want to your budding relationship.
Oz gets 3 minutes. Oz, what do you got to say, Oz?
Oz, go ahead.
I have nothing. I watch your videos. I think they're funny. That's why I subscribe and that's why I follow.
Wow. Profound. Thank you for your input.
I appreciate your follow. I appreciate that you're not a fucking retard like the guy next to you.
I think your videos are funny too, and if that's what you were going for, that would be great, but that's not what you claim to be going for.
So if I went out there and I had conversations every day, would that not get boring?
Not if you're good at it. No, Piers Morgan does it every day. He does just fine.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it's kind of boring.
Well, that's probably because you don't have the patience. It takes a long time to build an audience that way. I mean, doing wacky shock.
Piers Morgan's the bar, though. Oof.
Shit. I mean, it's easy to grab like a lol count.
Dude, right-wing world is tough, man. It's tough.
Audience that way. But to build a real meaningful audience where you can make a difference, that's going to take years and years and years.
Yes. And it's crazy, Zach, because he's mentioned my name twice in this. I've been doing this for 6 years. God, it's been a long time. 6 years is a while. It's been a minute to build up to what I have now. This dude started fucking yelling at protesters in December, and he's going through it like he's going through midlife crisis. This dude's been doing fucking troll content for what, 7 months, and he's like fucking having a absolute breakdown. It's insane to me. And you could not hold my pocket. Is what everyone is trying to tell you. All left and right. Both sides. Both sides are telling Zach X, you can't hold anyone's pocket. You are fucking nobody. Who the fuck even are you? Is what your own people are saying, and what the protest is saying, and what I'm saying. Who the fuck are even you? Which is crazy. Crazy audacity. Like, dude just showed up. Who came down from St. Cloud in December. Never done anything. This shit's wicked.
I agree.
So you got to get on that.
So why haven't you grown that audience? No, not disrespectfully.
I mean, I have.
Brought that.
We got tens of thousands of people watching this show every month. I have built that audience.
So are you just out here to just be out here for yourself? It sounds like you're just greedy and out here for yourself.
I'm here to entertain the people, my friend. I'm here to make them laugh.
No, you're greedy and you just want to make a living doing nothing.
Well,
that's what you're doing.
Of course, yes. I mean, and I hope you can someday be that lucky.
Oof.
Well, I will.
All right.
You will?
I have to beg for it or not. I'll take it.
Regardless if I have to beg for it or not, get on your knees and beg then. Put a video out and fucking beg for money. You can use this clip this, and fucking make a video of yourself on your knees and beg for money. We got to see it.
Tell you what, man, I'm wishing you the absolute best. I hope you can kind of figure it out. I hope you can see that this was all trying to help, and I wish you the best of luck in court today. Take it easy, pal.
All right, go fuck yourself.
Just a laughing stock from all sides, from his own people too, as you guys saw. That was a hard listen. Appreciate you guys for doing it. Very, very tough. But like, it's the same as if we were watching. I mean, it's either that or Trump. What do you guys think? Like watching CHUDS fight or listening to Trump like rant about the same 4 things for 3 hours. Like that's the bar right now for what's happening. So, all this connected to Tommy Boy's grift he's got going, in which it appears whoever was laying there got like who do you think his wife? He had his wife lay there and just get bear maced for the video, for the gram.
Look at what they did. Look at what they did. Look.
Look what they did.
And bear maced our bedroom.
Look what they did.
Bear maced my wife at 3 o'clock in the fucking morning. They threw a brick through our bedroom window and soaked us with mace.
And soaked us with mace.
This is Antifa.
Antifa did this.
Antifa does.
This is Antifa.
This is what Antifa does when you don't agree with them. They come to your house.
Believe that.
They come to your house.
Oh my God.
The acting is not good. Yeah, it definitely is not good at all. So, and this goes back to because Zach X just went to Portland, or they went up to Seattle. So they united. Look at the pictures they're taking. God, it was so nice to meet you. This is what I think of when I think of you. Look at this beautiful picture. I'm so thankful God blessed me to take this trip and meet my patriot family. There's Zach and Tommy meeting. Like, why is he standing like that? Standing on his tippy toes. Zach, I'm 5'6". On his fucking tippy toes. Holy shit. You guys probably smell that picture. It's like, it's even tough to like show videos that they're even a part of, because it's like Zach in his underwear and like trolling Pam. So he went to Portland for the first time. I'm on what? Oh, they're watching me watch this for 2 hours. And he has only 136 views. Uh-oh. Dang, only 136 on X? I forgot I was even live on X. I forgot I sent a stream there. We're at like 3,000. How many? We're at 3,000 almost on YouTube. So we'll get there. We'll probably get to 3,000 by the end of the stream. Decent. Decent enough. Twitch, how we doing? How we doing over on Twitch? We got like 40 people over there. You guys are doing good. What up, Twitch? My ratings, I guess. I'm glad you guys are telling them, though. Got to be doing something right if you're talking about me nonstop for 6 months. Again, it's because you're making yourself a story. Because you're making yourself, and you're running for office, too. You could not be talked about. But again, you said you'll do anything. He said he'll do anything. Anything for attention. So I hope he gets on his knees and begs. I hope we get that video. We need that. A half-hour long video. The other thing I found interesting too was, like I mentioned, in order to find, oh, actually, this is it right here. So, and I got a credit to Anarchy Princess for this one. All right. Credit to Anarchy Princess because she sent me additional reporting on this when Zach had posted. So I got to give her all credit for sending me this. So Zach posted some fanboy video, and the dude is literally a fucking weird stalker, and somehow Zach doesn't see it. He doesn't care because, again, he'll do anything. So, and also, there's additional here from the same person. So I got to play both of these for you guys. So he said, Zach goes, I love you all so much. And this is the video he gets from, and this is one of the creepiest things I've ever seen.
This video message is for Zach X, and I will leave his tag down below in the description. Zach X, I have been a big fan of you. Very, very big fan of you.
Hold on. I've always wanted to do this. Here we go. Here we go. This is for sure gonna match perfectly. Here we go. I gotta fast forward it. Here we go. Here we go. There it is. Start this song. There we go.
You since the justified shooting of Renee Good and Alex Preddy, those two dumbasses resisted police. So yeah, I've been a fan since January of this year. So been a fan for 7 months, and you know, I also, you know, kind of consider myself a friend to you because I've been supporting you all the way, your videos, your content, how you're a true, shameless, courageous, strong patriot who's willing to stand against the face of evil and against the corrupt Somali state of Minnesota. And I know you told me to, you know, wait a few months about me coming to Minnesota and protesting with you, but after watching the video of you getting chased by that very big, angry, uneducated, emotionally unstable black man, when you went to George Floyd Square simply holding an American flag, and when that other black fellow literally said you were a Caucasian male, was causing problems with you, then it showed you crying in your car, and I actually started to tear up too. I really did. Just me.
He said he started to tear up too. He shared a tear with Zach.
With you. And then it showed you crying in your car, and I actually started to tear up too. I really did. Just me watching the end of the video really made me tear up because patriot to patriot, I fucking love this country. I really do. I really love this country to death. And I'll die fighting any domestic and international enemy. I don't care whether I'm in the military or I'm using my Second Amendment right. I will protect this nation along with the rest of the patriots with you, Zach. I love you. I love you, my fellow patriot brother. And just watching that video at the end made me realize that I can't sit here in my room and commentate on these issues any longer. I gotta go there, boots on the ground, and actually document my auditing and First Amendment. And so I'm offering you some protection, some help, some backup, because I have a lot of patriots here in Utah. I mean, like, if you came here to Utah, the people will love you here in Utah.
I wonder why.
Most safest state, very big on capitalism, very conservative.
You can fuck cousins.
And heavily community based here, unlike Minnetonka, as you like to call it. Pineapple! Making plans already to go to Minnesota. I'm still trying to figure out a place to stay. Trying to get in contact with more patriots that are going to join me along in this journey to Minneapolis, because it's a big plan that I'm not going to reveal yet, but hopefully this plan can make it on the news. I love you, Zach. Keep doing what you're doing. God bless America. God bless Donald Trump. America first, America only. And this Latino/Native conservative is saying that he fully supports you. I love you, bro. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep expressing your First Amendment right. Don't let any single bastard get in the way of your work. God bless you.
So obviously the part that's scary in there is, like, he says he wants to do something that's going to make the news. So you're going to do something that's going to make the news.
America only. And this Latino/Native conservative
or was it
is saying
before
that
that?
He fully supports you. So I'm still trying to figure out a place to stay. Trying to get in contact with more patriots that are going to join me along in this journey.
They don't. Zach is the only one in Minnesota for a reason. There are no. They don't exist. They hide up north. And, like, at the end of the day, why would they leave their lakes up there? It's nice up there. So, like, they'll troll from up there, but they don't come down here. Okay? They don't come to the cities because at the end of the day, they have lakes. So, you know, they can yell and squeal and but it's like they don't leave because I get it. I wouldn't either. I would live on the lake too. I live up in the wilderness. So there are no other chuds, but like he says he's gonna try to make the news.
Very Republican and heavily community based here, unlike Minnetonka, as you like to call it. Pineapple! Making plans.
I like mangoes. Yo, this is creepy. Is this alternate? Is this Timu obsession? This is thank you, Tanya. Timu obsession clip here, guys. Holy fuck! Again, Pineapple is Zach X's new nickname within MAGA. And his name is Pineapple. So I don't know. It's just creepy as fuck. Dude.
Making plans already to go to Minnesota. I'm still trying to figure out a place to stay. Trying to get in contact with more patriots that are going to join me along in this journey to Minneapolis, because it's a big plan that I'm not going to reveal yet, but hopefully this plan can make it on the news.
No, thank you. So whatever he's got planned, he wants it to make the news. All right, so here's that same individual. Cool Cardigan, Anarchy Princess sent me this stuff, so I just reposted it under Zach because he doesn't care. Again, he'll do anything for attention. 9 minutes. Same person.
I would like to owe everyone an apology for the things that I've said, the things that I've done, and the things that I said I would do, but they were not true.
I'm scared.
I am focusing on my mental health from now on, and I am focusing on a path of independence and a path that will lead me down the right road, not a path that will lead me down to shit. I know that for almost a month now, make this 3.5 weeks now, there has been Twitter drama of me beefing with these people, and I said some pretty terrible, nasty things to them.
I'm fucking scared right now. This is hands down the scariest thing I've seen since Obsession. This is scary, dude. This is a manifesto video. I gotta make sure it's saved or something, dude. This shit's crazy. This is Zach X's biggest fans, guys.
And I am deeply appalled, even myself, by just seeing the videos that they screen recorded about what I said. Horrific things that I said that I went too far. I even made a abuse victim leave Twitter and the furry fandom because of the words that I said, and I threatened her, and I deeply offended a bunch of people. And I just want to say that I in any way am not a transphobic nor homophobic in any sort of way. I'm also part of the LGBTQ myself. I'm also part of the community, part of the furry community and the LGBT community, because y'all know, my little sexuality. It's called omnisexual, and this is the definition of it right here. And besides that, these are things that were said. I'm gonna have to censor some of it because
I don't know if I can. I don't want to play that. Okay, so that's enough. It's 9 minutes. I'm scared. They're gonna. He's sexually abused somebody, and was gonna post the. I'm not playing that. I guess I didn't see the whole thing yet. I saw the beginning, and that was creepy enough, and it was already sent to me from Anarchy Princess. So goes on. So she sent me that, and then I got part 3 as well. Let me see. I gotta save this. Yeah, red flag audition video. Yeah, from the same account, Cool Carter. Where is it? Bookmark. Well, that's enough from that. Where is the other one here? Here you go. Same person. See, this is what I mean. Leave me the fuck alone and leave my brother alone before I effing shoot up your entire effing apartment complex. On Discord. So that's who Zach X is promoting and who his followers are. Like that's pretty damn troubling. Pretty damn troubling. Crazy. Crazy work. Video message for Zach. So, I don't know. Red flags for sure on this individual. Red flag vibes for sure. Yeah, I'm not playing the rest of that video. I'm not playing the rest of that one. But it's also interesting. You got this guy too. And then we can probably wrap it up for the rest of the day. So you got all that going on. That's a lot to unpack. But I don't want to dig into that. That seems community guidelines scares. Oh, what are they? You guys mad? Oh, they're responding on X? I didn't even forgot I was even live. Zach X's response to this interview?
Complete disaster. He tried to belittle and disrespect me and question everything I stand for and do. And I just want to remind everybody, if I don't do this, who the hell will? This guy goes out to some of the same protests I was at, and he sits on the sidelines quietly because he's scared. And then he wants to belittle the guy that is taking a stand for essentially most of the same viewpoints that he has. So what are you even saying? He was trying to say that I go out there and I make a fool, and people aren't supporting and donating because I'm out there making our side look bad. Now, let's say he's right? I've tried. I've tried being respectful. I've tried being professional. I tried doing city council stuff. I can only do so much, and if you guys aren't helping me, I don't even know that these things are going on because I'm so tied up. And it's just very discouraging to hear somebody that somewhat politically aligns with me is so disrespectful to one of the only few that he could even remotely get behind. And I do truly want change, and I want change for all of us. And me...
Cope. Because we watched the whole interview. So, yeah, that's down the line of copium. Down the line. You guys can join the Discord server as well. People will be posting from what they see from Chudville. Looks like it's picking up. What's this? Here it is. What's this?
What's up with your leader saying the F word and not having any remorse about, the pile of sticks?
The leader?
Your leader, Mercado?
Is it really everywhere? My leader, Mercado. Who is this?
The damn live stream.
What's up with your leader saying the F word and not having any remorse about, the pile of sticks?
The leader?
Your leader, Mercado?
Mercado? About saying the F word?
Yeah, pile of sticks.
What is he talking about? I'm sorry.
Don't say it.
Don't say
F-A-G.
Well, you can say it on YouTube.
Oh.
Am I the leader? Is it truly like rent-free every single day? Is it like that? That was from last weekend? Holy cow. I guess I'm the leader. Reporting for duty? Yeah, I'm kind of a shit leader. Really like show up not all the time. It's not hard to be a leader, I guess. You guys should join the Discord server. Definitely continue to share stuff into the Chudville channel. keep up with some of this stuff. I don't talk about it all the time, but it truly was a slower news day today. So might as well address some of it. But if you guys have more context or you feel like I'm missing stuff, there's Amanda's at the did you guys know the Great American State Fair is still going? Nope. So it's closed. So it's still going, but it's closed. That's crazy. I thought for sure that thing was done. But all right, chat. You guys are great. Appreciate you. Like and subscribe. See you guys on the next one. I'm going to be live again tomorrow. Might do a Ukraine update Friday or tomorrow. Oh, let's see. It's probably Saturday. Might do Saturday update. If I do Mercado Saturday update for Ukraine. And then we got to see what's happening if there's any protest coverage in Houston. I don't like the only other thing I could have done was go out and cover this bullshit state fair. Which that's the weather. So the state fair is closed today. If you guys are going to go to the Great National American State Fair, Trump bullshit, you're not making it today. You're not making it out there. You're not going. More federal agent shit. But all right, guys. Appreciate you. Come on over. Come on over to Mercado Gaming later on tonight. I already got the next stream scheduled. We got NCAA earlier, but I'll adjust the thumbnail. But we got part 3 for GTA San Andreas. Like and subscribe. Go on over Mercado Gaming. We got like nearly 200 people tuned in on their gaming channel between my NCAA streams. But I already ranted this morning because NCAA football is putting microtransactions into single player, and we do not support that. We do not support microtransactions in single player games whatsoever. So that's a whole other topic. But you guys can tune in tonight, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern for Grand Theft Auto San Andreas Part 3. Assassin's Creed Black Flag. I'm gonna play that hopefully tomorrow. We gotta beat GTA San Andreas first. Oh wow, it is out. Mixed? Why is it mixed reviews? It came out today? Come on, Ubisoft. You couldn't hold yourself releasing a 70-euro game, and on the day of the release, you slapped us with 85 euros worth of there's DLC packs? Oh, Jesus. Why would they put DLC in a remastered old fucking game? No, we can't have anything anymore. Whatever, though. I'll play it tomorrow. I have Ubisoft. I don't have to spend any money. I got Ubisoft subscription, so I'll download it. Damn. Anyways, yeah, let's see. This is why I stream old games. This is why I stream games from 2004. Because 2026 games are like, fuck you, give me money. Give me your money. So we're gonna go play Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, a 2004 game. But I'll probably play Black Flag tomorrow. That sucks. Especially in a single, like, that game is old. Why did it not come with everything? Black Flag is an old game. All right, guys. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. See you guys later. Appreciate you.